jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Never Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.
Recording in progress.
Hey everyone, welcome to Stocks Never Trading. My name is Ron, my partner is Dave. Thank you guys for joining on this beautiful Wednesday, October 2nd, and it is 11 a.m. Eastern. Hope you guys are having a great week, a great day, a great morning, and we're going to have a great session together. So thanks everyone for joining. Plan for today is it's going to be busy. Okay, we got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to just get started right out of the gate here. We're going to go over some news that's already happened and what to expect the remaining afternoon. We'll go over briefly Thursday's news, and we can just a reminder: Friday is NFP, non-farm payroll, 8:30 a.m. Eastern, once every month, first Friday of the month. So please be careful trading NFP Friday. And then we'll talk about some earnings today, if any big name corporations are reporting, who we have to make note of. Yesterday was Nike, took a little bit of a dip. We were talking about it. Nike sales are down. You can go to your mall, you can go to your and just see they're slumping. Like a lot of these retail brands are slumping. So they took a little bit of a hit. We'll look at it. I think they're down maybe 5-6% right now. So put the pieces of the puzzle together, and if you want to trade Nike, you can absolutely trade Nike. There's some, you would look at the put options on that. Okay, and then we're going to get into the charts. What I have planned for today is everything that's going on around the world. Like things are getting real intense around the world. So we're going to take a look, a nice analysis on gold. I'm going to put crude oil in the mix today. I'd like to look at crude just because everything that's going on in the Middle East, this may impact the demand supply for crude oil. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll see where it is trading right now, some key levels, higher time frames. We'll do some charting, and then we're gonna move into an index. We've done Nasdaq Monday and Tuesday. Maybe we'll look at that Dow or S&P today. But we'll take it chart by chart, and we'll see how things are moving into there. Okay. So with that being said, thanks everyone for joining. I appreciate all of you guys for joining us. I know, especially you guys in Zoom, I know some of you guys are attending the London sessions. You guys are in the New York, and then you guys join me. I know, and it's a long day for you guys. So, but I do appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to join me. And thank you guys. I appreciate it. Noor, good morning. Thank you. Efren, welcome, brother. How are you? Sang, welcome. Miguel, good morning. Everything all good here, Efren? I hope everything's all good with you, brother. Joel, welcome. It's been ages live. Yeah. I miss you too, Joel. I miss you too. I miss your humor. Please, join as many calls. I do miss you too, Joel. Thank you for joining. No one is buying the iPhone 16. No one is buying sneakers. Yeah, no one is buying anything right now. All we're trying to do is just buy some groceries. We're just trying to survive right now and just buy some groceries. I don't think anyone cares for clothing right now and all the fancy stuff. Everyone's just trying to get by day here. The governments and taxmen are squeezing the shit out of us right now. But yeah, well, that's another day. We'll talk all about that. We'll do that in a webinar. How screwed everyone is getting right now. um, Arman, Mirdita, welcome. Prashindete, thank you for joining, my Albanian brother. Welcome. Juanito, my man, thank you. Thank you for joining every single day, Vuato. I appreciate you. Thank you. Martin, thank you for joining. And let's go, guys, okay? And everyone on YouTube, we appreciate you guys as well. We love you guys as well. Thank you for everything that you guys do. You are snipers as well. You know, we don't segregate, we don't discriminate here. We love you guys. Jay, welcome, bro. Thank you for joining. First one here, and to like and share. I appreciate that, Jay. Thank you for sharing as well. That's huge. Thank you. Respect. Rollins, my man. Welcome. You're attending the stream after a lot ages. Well, you know, that just shows you we're here. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? I don't know. Just shows that we've been here for a minute. So thank you, Rollins. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Sammy, welcome. Thank you. Erica, as always, thank you for joining. Amin, Claudio, welcome, welcome, brother. Okay, guys. So lots to go over, guys. Mr. Welcome, thank you. Let's get into this. And what we're gonna do. Okay, so let's go through, you know, our Forex factory. What we normally do here. Just take a look at what is going on. So if you've already traded, you've traded already in London. You've gone through these folders already. All day, we have OPEC meetings. Okay, so if you are trading crude oil, this could impact the way how crude moves. Make sure you don't have to know everything about these meetings, but generally you want to if you do trade crude oil, if this is your security of choice, you want to know what's going on in these meetings. What I like is over here in our Discord, real quick, I have Financial Juice, and it kind of runs 24 hours, so I can see anything. And then if I'm looking for anything to do with OPEC, I just scroll through here. Here's some OPEC stuff over here. Let's see here. If it's anything interesting, OPEC likely to change compensation plan schedules. Nothing important. This meeting to make no recommendation on oil output policy. Come on, give me something juicy here. OPEC meeting starts after delay, not expected to make policy change recommendation. Yeah, I want something juicy. Give me something juicy here. No, I don't see anything coming out good, like big news on OPEC so far at the meetings. But there is a lot going on with Israel right now, and Iran, and you guys know all about that. So that could definitely affect everything. Like right over here, just came out right now, 11:06. Israel military. Israel will respond to Iran's missile attack. Israel military chief. Israel can strike any target in the Middle East. Fed's Bowman doesn't comment on monetary policy in speech. Like, guys, things can intensify. Look at you're seeing it right here, coming from the military chief of Israel. Israel can strike any target in the Middle East. They were saying that they're gonna target infrastructure in Iran, oil production. So this could directly affect supply and demand for the next few days, few weeks, few months, few years going forward. Okay, so we have to be very careful when you're trading. Lots going on. Okay, so we'll do a full chart on crude oil. I haven't done one in a while, so we'll have some fun with that one. Okay, it's at some key monthly levels, so we'll do a nice top down analysis. Okay. What else we got? Going into North America over here, we had some ADP non-farm employment change. Okay, so came out pretty green, nice and positive over here from the forecast. This will be leading into NFP Friday 8:30. So that's the big day we'll all be looking at. We've got FOMC speakers speaking right now, 10:30, just before our call 30 minutes ago. We had our crude oil inventories, 3.9 million in the red. Okay, so we're going to do some charting, see what's going on there. We've got some speakers right now, like as I'm speaking, FOMC member Bowman is speaking. 12:15, we got Barkin speaking. Chinese bank holidays, I believe, for the next couple days. If you saw China's stock market, the Hang Seng, or if I'm pronouncing or butchering it, I apologize, but it is just pumping. Why? Why is it pumping? Ask questions. Why is the Chinese stock market pumping right now? It could all have to do with how much they are in trouble, and a lot of the money is going into the markets, you know, to try and hedge. But there's a lot going on. If you guys got some extra time, read what's going on in China. Gain some knowledge in there. Understand what's going on with their economy. But there's a lot going on. What's going on in China? Okay, I tried to tell you guys the start of the week to watch what's going on in there, because their economy is kind of collapsing, so they're putting a lot of liquidity into the markets to stay afloat. They announced a stimulus package. Yeah, they're already in trillions of dollars of debt, and now announcing stimulus, printing of money, creating inflation. You guys know that, like, everything that's going on in North America, the same shit, but theirs is probably 10 times worse. Okay, so we have to monitor what's going on in China, whether you like it or not, or you trade it or you don't. It's the domino effect. If China starts, like we saw this in Japan last month, so if something happens in China, it will directly affect the European and the North American markets. You know, it's everything is connected. So I understand maybe some of you guys don't trade anything to do with the Chinese markets, but just pay attention, pay attention, be alert, know what's going on, because this could directly impact our markets that we trade, Europe and North America, okay? Lee, sorry, China's not doing as bad as Western media makes out. Yeah, that's why we need insight. Insight. Like if you know a little bit, share something with us. Because what I'm reading is mostly Western media, Lee. So yeah, if it's not as bad as it looks, help inform us so everyone here can make better decisions. I'm just reading what's coming out of like Financial Juice, Lee. And over the years, what's been going on with China, what I'm aware of, and I could be completely wrong, So, but I was looking at the Chinese stock markets and they are pumping, and I'm asking questions. Why are the markets pumping? So that's me. I'm always asking questions. And guys, I'm just going to flip over quickly to Friday over here. Friday, this is what I was talking about, NFP 830. Please, please, please be careful trading these folders. They could be very volatile, and don't do anything silly over here. Earnings real quick. This morning, we had just these two corporations, Conagra and RPM. Again, are these the big names that are moving the markets? Probably not. So look for the big names. The big names, like Tesla, is moving the markets right now. Tesla, we'll talk about that. After hours, Levi Strauss, after hours at 4:10 p.m. I know a lot of you guys wear your Levi jeans when you guys go out and party, and you guys are looking good in your Levi jeans over here, your denim. They are reporting, and Nova Gold Resources after hours. Okay, so nothing big, significant going on. We don't have any big names reporting. Our Discord real quick. Okay, I'm getting out of Financial Juice. Just want to talk over here about our setups, trade ideas. Okay, looking for some sells on gold at 26.62. The volume came right into here. You can see 26.62 is an area of resistance in the past over here. It came in there, they broke it out, kind of grabbed that liquidity up there, and you see the nice rejection come down, the big red body, candle close below, and then you can kind of look for maybe a static retest of the level, or you can follow the volume, how everything is moving away, okay? And that was gold. Okay, so let's just continue moving forward, guys. Yahoo Finance, this is a fantastic website just to get your daily intake of information in the markets. Tesla sinks as Q3 deliveries fall short. And Tesla right now is down 4%. Okay, so this is one of the names that you got to get familiar with. This is one of the Magnificent Seven, and you can see how this can directly impact the markets over here. Okay, and stock slip as Mid-East worries grip investors. So we got a lot going on in the Middle East. So stocks are taking maybe a little bit of a dip. That's why we've seen a big move on gold. Crude oil might be getting ready to start moving soon. And then whatever you want to read over here, look at this. Goldman says that gold prices will go even higher. So can we get back up to 2,700 and go for new all-time highs? Time will tell over here. China and Middle East tensions put spotlight on commodities. So that's why I want to do top down on gold and crude oil. Nike stock slides as it nixes outlook, misses on revenue. Okay, and look at Nike. It's down 5.5% right now. We talked about this yesterday. They maybe had some revenue, but their forward guidance is not appealing to investors. Whenever you miss revenue, or you say there's not a good forward forecast, not a good outlook, sales might be a slumping, then this is what you get. You get this. So if you kind of shorted Nike, you're doing pretty good right now. Okay. Last night we had the vice president debate. I don't know how much that would impact the markets really. Ford dips. Okay, Ford is big. Ford, GM, Chrysler, known as Stellantis. These are the big three automakers in the U.S. And they dip after reporting weak sales in Q3. So now you got automobile industry maybe taking this is showing that like consumers are not spending their money right now. They're not buying cars. They're not buying clothing at Nike. They're being a little bit tighter with their money right now. They got to put groceries on the table. They got to feed their family. Like the last thing you're doing when you're struggling financially and you're in debt is buying new cars and clothing. There is those people that do that and they keep racking up more and more and more debt, but there is some people that are responsible and they put their needs and wants and what is more important in situations like this. Okay, energy stocks gain as mid is crisis. So oil and energy is a hot sector, maybe to take a peek at what's going on right now. So lots going on. Okay, you can see there's a lot of news here. So much that you don't even know where to start. Okay, and then here are our markets. S&P is flat. Okay, pretty flat, almost nothing, no gain. Dow Jones is flat. Nasdaq up 0.25%. Where's most of the volume trading? Crude oil. Crude oil was up 3% today, now 2.74%. Gold is down 0.5%, but made some big gains lately, so 0.5%, just a small pullback. And then our top gainers of the day are over here. You can see Chinese stocks over here, okay? Hong Kong Exchange right over here is up 12%. These are Chinese securities. This, I don't know how to pronounce this, WUXI Biologics is up 12%. China Merchants 11%. Chinese insurance up 10%. You see, guys, how a lot of the money is rotating into the Chinese stock market right now. Why? You got to ask questions. Always ask questions. When you see a rotation of liquidity moving from one sector to the next sector, or from one exchange to the next exchange, I don't know about you guys, but I'm always asking questions as to why, and then I go in and figure out why. And then our active, Nvidia is up almost pushing 2% today. Tesla is the big name that's trending down $10 per share, almost 4%. Nike took that big hit. Humana over here took a big 18% moving down. So you got your trending tickers, you got your gainers, you got your losers, and everything else going on in the markets. Okay. Everyone on YouTube, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you guys. This is a free Telegram that we have for you guys. It's pinned at the top of the YouTube channel. If you guys want to join it, it's free, doesn't cost you anything. Shows what we do here at SST. This is our live New York session over here with Dave. These are our members doing really well. Here's Sam. He hit his daily goal on one trade. Congratulations, showing it right here. That's fantastic. If you can hit a daily goal on one trade, be one in one trade and out, that's perfect. You can't ask for anything else. This is our trading schedule. Again, new blog release, technical versus fundamental analysis, finding the right balance. you need to find some sort of balance. Like you don't want to be too technical heavy and not know anything about fundamentals, and the other way around. You don't want to be too heavy on fundamentals and have no understanding of technicals. Just they work well together. Balance them out. If you want to read, just click on this link, and there's a ton of free blogs on there for you guys. And this was yesterday's trading. So that's the free Telegram, guys. It's pinned at the top of the YouTube for you guys. Okay, so let's get in. Let's get it started here. Joel, gold 3,000 next year for sure. Yeah, 3,000 is a realistic target. Not too far off of. We'll probably start to play with 2,700 very very soon, but 3,000, that's not out of the question. Yeah, we can see that. So let's take a look at gold right now on the daily. So we do have this nice bullish rally that's coming through here, consolidated nicely for a couple weeks. These are daily candles, everybody. So you can see it consolidated. I just looking here, that's about a five-day cluster, 5-day cluster, 5-day cluster. So this is about 3-4 weeks in here of some sideways consolidation, some coiling up, some accumulating, and then they redistribute it to the upside. So you can see if you are like a daily swing trader, or when we're like trapping 5-minute candles like this, and 5-minute candles take 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 1 hour, 10, 20, 30, 40, almost an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Like if these were 5-minute candles of consolidation and then finally they start to break out, you can see on a daily consolidation of gold, this took almost 1 month to accumulate. Okay, so you got to understand what time frame you are specifically trading. If you are on daily candles, you can't be surprised that something might consolidate for a couple weeks, couple months, and then finally they do break it out. But that when we tell you it could continue to trade inside the box, it could continue to trade in there for as long as it wants, right? But eventually this volume is gonna break out of this box. It will break up to the upside, or it will break down to the downside. It cannot stay in this box forever. That volume has to come out at some point. So when we use our frog legs, then did it break below here? Here it did impulse, impulse, impulse. Didn't really. I don't see any red bars closing below there. So we did not get this frog leg pattern coming to the downside. Or what is our other logical option? Is here I see a big body close above, and this is what started the move coming up to basically where we're at right now. So when you identify some consolidation and you see this sideways trading action and you don't feel comfortable trading this, the market is not trending. It's not it's your guess is as good as mine where it could go. The buyers are bringing it up, the sellers are bringing it down. Buyers are bringing it up, sellers are bringing it down. Buyers are bringing it up, sellers are bringing it down. Buyers are bringing, but finally you get some confirmation with some volume close above or below. And this could have continued to consolidate, but it didn't. It stopped right there. Okay, so let me just get rid of my fancy lines here, and let's continue getting into here. So this is where they've kind of released the redistribution of the bullish delta volume, and it also helped that there was some news in the markets that is driving gold. And then if you look at when everything kind of transpired, it was kind of in the end of the month of September leading into October. So things are going to get interesting. We have all October. We got November elections. Then we go into December, which is known as kind of the Santa Claus rally in the markets traditionally. But this is an election year, 4-year cycle. So things can be different. Okay. Now we moved up. Up here, this big wick, 2685, that's an all-time high for gold. So maybe we will eventually get up to 2700. That's not too far away. But right now, we're moving away from this all-time high supply box. Do we have some support? Yeah, I can see some support right here. As soon as it dipped down, the body right here on Monday closed, and next day opened right here. So if I'm looking for a supporting area in the market of gold on the daily, I can see that this area is creating some sort of support currently in the market. and I make it green. Okay, very fancy colors, green and red, nothing too crazy. So you see what I did right over here. Okay, guys, you remember when I said if you're consolidating this area, okay, do we have some consolidation going on right now in the market? Yes, we do. Look at what we're consolidating. It's consolidating from the all-time high supply down to here. So see how we're coming up green, all-time high, coming back down red. We came back up yesterday green. Look at today's candle. It's an ignited red daily candle. So there was no momentum today of to open green and to even come up just a little bit and fill yesterday's wick and trade in this red all-time high supply box. And you see how right away it got shut down, and they're pushing it down where that was the low, and then it's a little bit of buying, and this is where our volume is. So our red volume is a little bit more than 50% of yesterday's green volume. So the sellers could continue to push this down unless the buyers start to step in a little bit, start to push this. But they're fighting against a lot of this selling pressure today in the market. Okay, and we could continue to consolidate in here until maybe we get NFP, and then Friday we'll probably start to really move gold maybe out of here to a new all-time high or start selling below here. But we're still a couple days away from it. Okay, so do you guys understand that this is consolidation range on the daily? It's a big range. Like if you were to measure the range from up here down to there, it's pretty big. Okay, it's about a $50 range. 26.35 to 26.85 is 50. That's a big range. Okay, $50 an ounce over here. And we could trade sideways in here. It could get choppy. Could be a ranging, for the next few days. But what we can do is we're going to start to break down our daily candles. Okay, so here's where September 30th was. New month, October 1st. Then we started to have some news in the markets, and then we got this big bullish candle that printed. So let's just follow now. We closed here yesterday and we opened right here, 26.63. It's a purple line. Okay, sorry, not that horizontal one. Up here, I'm going to put a purple high of the day. That is our high of the day. The opening price of today's gold is the high of the day. Okay, you see right there. It opened. Did it go up? Is there a wick above us? No, there isn't. So 2,663, that's a purple line, high of the day. I'll continue to write it because you guys said yesterday you guys did like this. Maybe it does help you out a little better when you're learning. So that is the high of the day. Okay, we'll write this right over here. Okay, high of the day. And what happened? So let's now just register this at when gold opened today, there was no momentum of buyers pushing it up. You guys understand that, right? There's no wick, and so the sellers took control right away and started to push it down. So it came down red, all the way down. That's our lowest point today, the low wick. It's pretty obvious. So that is our low of the day right here. Let's place another purple line. So 2,640.41. That is our low of the day. So again, I'm just going to write here in purple, low of the day. Some of you guys are doing your charts with me. That's awesome. If you guys can do your charts with me, I'm not going too fast right now. I'm taking it slow. Some of you guys already have your charts marked up. That's what I really like. When you come into the session and you already have your top down done, and then we can kind of maybe match our levels together, or if you guys have any questions about something, then I'm here to help as much as I can. But if you're learning and you want to do this with me on your charts, you can. If you're just on the side, you're paying attention and you're watching. However you learn, do it your way, okay? And these colors, again, you can do whatever colors you want, okay? So you don't have to do purple for high and low of the day. You do orange if you want. You do whatever colors you're happy with, okay? But looking now at the low of the day of gold, I look at Monday, new month, October 1st, Tuesday, higher low. I look at Monday right there, end of the month, higher low, Look at the big green box still holding, okay? And then this big green candle that drove through here, 50% of that, I'm going to place a yellow line in case we break that green box, and gold does come back down here and break this gold, green box, and then it goes like an impulse red, 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 red. I'm looking for maybe the buyers to step in here. 2604, 2600, that psychological area. It represents 50% of this big green bar on Friday, September 20th that drove the all-time high leg. This is the all-time high leg right here. So I really want to understand where 50% of that big body candle is. So these are yellow lines, our daily point of interest. Okay, I know it's below our structure, but still I want to be aware of it. So this is a daily point of interest and it's support. Okay, if gold does come down here, I want to see if this will hold as strong daily support. So for example, if we break this green box and impulsively, when it comes red, 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 I'm looking for buyers to step in here or a wick here to hold it here. It might bounce and it could come back up, but then this box, I make it red, and then I want to see if it comes in here, and then are they going to push it back down? Then if we're coming down, then we might potentially break it, or if it's kind of holding, then that might be your double bottom below the zone, and then it comes back up and closes, then new all-time high, and then there's your double bottom below demand, and then we can start to say that they came down here to grab some money right there. They came down here again, not once but twice. They're greedy. They need more money. They get filled. They got enough volume. They got enough delta buyers interested in buying gold, and then we have enough to come back, break through this zone right here. Then with volume closing above, we flip the zone green again, pull back, maybe then a higher low. Then we have enough momentum to go to Joel 3,000, then or 27 or 2,800, but in order to move and produce new all-time highs, they got to get this stuff. They got to get the money. Okay, so that's just one path. Okay, I always try to predict paths, and then if they play out and I see that, then I get a little bit of conviction, and then I feel confident taking the trade. Without, as long as my risk is managed properly, I'm not scared. I got no emotions. I know worst case scenario how much I could lose because I've measured it. I've calculated it before I even take the trade. So what are we worried for? Let's get in the trade and let's overcome emotional trading. Okay, so we've found a little bit of a bottom on gold. We still have half of the. Now I'm looking at the body of the volume. Okay, there's still 5.5 hours left to go, so anything can happen with this volume. But currently, right now, as of now, this volume, which opened here and where it is, half of it is approximately right there. Okay, there's half. Now I look to the left where I say I'm saying 2655 is half of today's volume currently, and then I can line it up with maybe that body right there. This spin top candle, like look at it. It opened, it came up green, 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 came back down red, 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 and then came back and virtually closed exactly where it opened. And look at where it is. That was an entire day, 24 hours of trading, and it closed exactly where it opened, and it's lined up with this body and this body. Okay, so now I'm getting some touches. I'm getting now data. So if I was to say 50% is right there, right now, look how close I am to these bodies. So all I do with the yellow line is match it up with those bodies, and there, 2656, 2657. So if gold comes back up, the buyers are pushing this red volume. They're coming up, 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 and then they get to this yellow line. That's where I want to see if the sellers are going to step in and say, no, we're going to push you guys back down. If the buyers can take over this point of control, this point of interest, this yellow line, and move above it, then maybe the daily candle could potentially come back up and flip. Remember, we got no wick above us. If they are to flip this ignited red bar, then the candle turns into a strong hammer, and then we just have to fill this much of the prior wick, and then we're trading in the all-time high supply. Okay, so this is a point of interest, this yellow line. So I'm going to write over here. And if you guys have questions, ask questions, okay? If you guys are unsure what I'm doing. So this is a daily point of interest, okay? I'm interested in this point. That's what a point of interest means. That I will be looking at all time frames here to see how volume reacts at this level, okay? So it's a daily point of interest, and currently it is a point of interest of resistance, okay? Because our volume trading right now is below us. Make sense? Okay, nothing complicated here, okay? And do we have maybe some other points of interest? What could also happen is that the sellers could step right back in and push this thing all the way right back down to where the low of the day is and push even further, okay? If it can come into the green box, what I always tend to do is, okay, are we getting used to doing this? 50%, guys, 50%. Always look at 50% first and then see if you can match it up with anything, okay? So that's about half of the green box. The top of the green box, bottom of the green box, that's about half of it. Now I can see there's a wick right there, there's a body right there, and a body right there. Again, I like bodies. They represent more important data to me. There's a closing price of a day, an opening price of a day. The market closed it and opened there, possibly for specific reasons. So when I'm lining up, traditionally I'm just a little bit above 50%. So if we come back down red, I expect to see some type of buyers step in here. Here they came in just below right there. That's where they came in, 26.24. Again, 26.25, that nice psychological area. So now I'm seeing if they're going to make a higher low at 26.28. Okay. Hopefully this is starting to make a little bit more sense. I normally don't take this long. Like, I'm still on the daily breaking this down. But this is what I always talk about. A nice, thorough top-down analysis with proper grids will make your trading a little bit easier and more understandable, okay? I can continue to look. If I want, I could start to chart down here. I could do more, but that's unnecessary right now. Right now, we want to know what's going on in here. So let's dissect today's daily candle and figure out what time it made the high, what time it made the low, and figure out those things. So what we're going to do is we're going to move from daily. You can go to 4 hour if you like. I go specifically to 1 hour, 60 minutes, because then I want to know exactly when it hit these levels, okay? So you see now I can see the hourly volume. Yesterday we were trading, what time were we trading? We came in here at 11, 12, and then 1, 2, here's power hour, market close 4 p.m., and then you've got your Tokyo channel and your Asian session right here, futures market open. Look at here. 11 p.m. Eastern, right before midnight. I know some of you guys are sleeping at that time. But you got first red candle, hourly candle, close below the daily point of interest, the yellow line. Volume closed, it came back up green, got rejected, went down a little bit. It came back up green again, below the yellow line, and they pushed it right back down. So if you're an hourly trader, this is kind of what you're looking for. Volume to close below, confirm that, maybe a retest. If you sell any one of these candles at midnight or 1 a.m., maybe place your stop loss above structure, and you could have walked it down for a few pips right there. But you got to understand, it is pushing up from the bottom. So this is 4 hours of selling pressure, but it's coming in demand where the demand pushes it right back up. But you see, we're not getting, again, any green volume closing above that yellow line. So the sellers push it again right back down. Here's 8 a.m. COMEX market open, came right back up. And then 9 a.m. Wall Street, we had a big green volume of gold close and push, and that's what made our high of the day. You see where we're kissing the purple line? Now I know 10 a.m. this morning made our high of the day, and what happened up there? It got rejected pretty hard. Okay, there's structure, there's volume above us here where they rejected it, rejected it, rejected it, rejected it. So they lowered the offers right here and they pushed it down. Look at the answer from that big bullish candle. Look how the sellers of gold answered it at 10 a.m. It came down red, 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 red. It completely engulfed that big green bar right there. And then look at how we started the next bar. The next bar at 11 a.m. started with this momentum. Okay, red, 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 red. Look at it. Look at where the wick is on this hourly candle. It's like 98% near the low. All the volume is sitting right there. So this candle, in fact, opened red, ignited, and pushed down, broke that low. Remember, it's like a firecracker. It's a short wick. It's a pop, and it continued red, 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 where it took out this wick. It continued red, 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 took out this low, and that's as far as it got. That's what made our low of the day, right in here at 26.40, and that was at 11 a.m. Then the buyers answered by bidding it right back up, bidding it right back up. Remember, this is a 60-minute candle, so it came all the way right back up to here. That's our currently hourly high. Look at the number, guys. Tell me this is not a psychological number. I'm waiting. That is a nice psychological number, 2,650. Is it by chance that the market came up to that number? I've seen this play out millions of times. That's where the auction is. That's where there's a lot of transactions at these psychological numbers. Get to know psychological numbers when you're trading anything. Okay, you're going to start to understand the markets, how they operate when you start to understand psychological numbers. Okay, and what happened when we got up there? Sellers pushed it right back down, and look at the candle. Now this hourly candle is going to close in 19 minutes, and we are exactly virtually right where we opened. Okay, so what can we do with this hourly? I see here, like there's a body here, there's a body here. That body was right there and a body right here. So I'm going to place a white hourly line right here. And you're probably saying, why is this guy doing this? Okay, so let me just make it white. You see right here? Okay, so now I can look in the past. I can see, okay, I got body to body. Structure first, bodies. Okay, we like bodies. We like thick bodies. Right here, these are thick body candles right here. There's a body there. There's a body there. Now I look at how volume reacts at this white line. I can look in the past. I can look in the present, and hopefully maybe we can kind of make some predictions in the future what will happen here. Look in the past. We had a green hourly candle. I can tell you exactly. Tuesday, October 1st at 5 a.m. That green volume closed above that white line, and then it came back down, back up. Here was a big red candle. Back red, 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 red. It broke the white line a little bit, but essentially right around this area, and push right back up. Look at this next retest at Wall Street. It came red, red, red right down to that white line and pushed right back up. Ephraim, you like them thick too? My man. Okay. I thought someone was going to get that. Okay. It's all good. You know, if you like thick, we're talking thick body candles. Okay, guys? But yes, we like thick body candles. Don't get carried away here. Okay. So look at again now how it came back down and reacted at this level. Okay, it broke impulse. We're learning what impulse is now. Impulsively broke the white line. It came back down. But remember, this is a 60-minute candle. We judge candles how they close. The wick does damage. The body close tells the story. It came right back up, and look at where it closed. The white line. What started this next 2-hour push? Right where it opened at the white line and pushed back up. Again, we came back down here. Look at here now. Retest back up. This candle at COMEX came impulsively down there below. I'm going to ask you, did any red volume close below the white line? The answer is no. It came right back up and closed right there. Look at where we just came down to now. So that big red hourly candle stopped right there at the white line. We had that impulse ignited open, come all the way down. That made our low of the day. And look at where they're pushing it right back up. And look where the volume is, right at our white line again. Okay. So if the buyers now hold this line and we move up, where could we potentially move? Okay, so first thing I look at is, remember, we like thick body candles. Open, close. there's about half of it right there, half. Can I line it up with anything already that happened in the charts? I can. And again, I use white line to represent hourly. Okay, so if I'm looking at 50%, I'm looking around, that's about 50%. From where this red candle opened, where it closed, generally half of it is right around there. Now, can I manipulate the line by making it to touch some bodies or some wicks? If I just pull it up just a little bit, I get that body, I get that body, and then I get that wick right there. So you see how I use all type of data and I put it together. And if you want a zone, okay, so this is, I'll show you that. Let me just write here, okay, so remember white line represents hourly. Okay, the volume is below us. We're trading right here. So if the volume comes back up green, okay, if it comes back up green, 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 and hits that, that's resistance, because the sellers might push it back down, right? So resistance right now. If the buyers can impulsively break it above there and close it with green volume above there, then this white line will become hourly support. Then we look for a pullback support, hourly support, buyers to step in, and maybe we buy that and then we take it up to take out the daily point of interest, resistance, we break and we come up and trade at 26.60 up in here. Okay, so we are not there yet. Now look at how the hourly candle is flipping from that big bearish candle. Now we got a bullish pin bar. It's going to turn into a hammer, so it could continue to drive. And I want to pay attention to this white line when it gets there. So I'm going to write right over here in settings that this is a 1H, okay, 1H point of interest of resistance. Okay, real easy, simple stuff, guys. Price action 101. Okay. And then this one down here, we have the white line. This is also a 1H point of interest, but it is support right now. You see how the volume is holding? Okay, so we're going to write over here. Anyone in buys right now or looking to buy gold, just, you got to understand that you're going against that big red candle. But it was a good flip. Maybe we wait for this bar to close in the next 14 minutes, okay? So I'm just going to write over here on this white hourly line, whoops, didn't mean to do that, that this is 1H, oh shit, Ronnie smoked too much today, 1H, okay, point of interest of support. Okay. Now, I can also ask you, if you're an hourly trader, we are consolidating right now between hourly point of resistance, hourly point of support right here. If you want to trap all this garbage in here, there's your trap, okay? And then I can see kind of this morning, Wall Street was kind of like a head fake. Created the high of the day and then they slammed it back down, made our low of the day, and the volume is kind of trading right back in here. So maybe we wait to see, will the buyers bring it through here? Maybe then we get a move like that, frog leg to the upside, or are the sellers going to continue to absorb these buyers and sellers push back down here? I don't see an hourly red candle close red anywhere here, 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 or here. So what if we get our first red bar close below here? That might change the depth of market. That might create some imbalance. Then that might shift the entire depth of market to go more offers and sell side liquidity. So it could close red down there. Buyers will probably bring it back up. They brought it up there. 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 Why would they not bring it up maybe over here? So if they bring it back up, now this, we change the wording, 1H point of interest. But from support, this will become resistance. Why? Because the volume is closed red below. So if it comes back up green, 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 we look for the sellers to step in here, offer more, and create that supply, absorb those buyers, and then they push it down and fill that wick and take out the low of the day and drop it down maybe to the top of that higher time frame demand box. Okay, those are your frog legs strategy. Okay, or gold could just continue trading inside this, go up green, come back down red, go up green, and who knows, maybe we get some hourly consolidation for the next little bit. It's already been kind of consolidating for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here, yeah, it's Wall Street, so you had that big burst, but then 10 a.m. they answered it right back down. And then look at the volume, it's still in this box. So we did daily consolidation. You can see how hourly candles can consolidate. So if you're an hourly trader, you might still have to wait a few more hours until things develop. So this is where markets are ranging and get choppy, and this is where you got to learn how to be more disciplined and sit back and relax. If you don't feel comfortable trading this stuff, or there's no direction right now, or there's no bias, then just relax until something happens. But I don't want to stay on the hourly. Now what I do is I like to trade the 5 minutes. So now you can see how the 5-minute volume is trading according to my grid system. Okay, so now, when I said I know what hour was the high of the day, now I know exactly the high of the day was 10:05 today. Okay, that's what was the high of the day. I can look in the past now how the market reacted over here at the highs. Like I can see now how the volume was trading in between a high of the day and a point of interest on the daily. What happened up there? It looks to me like they came up, they scooped up all the liquidity up here, and then they came right back down. Look at that red bar at 10:20, how they closed it below. There's your red bearish flag like we had yesterday. Look, red, green, red, green, red, confirmation close below, and there's your redistribution. You see how when you understand this, how everything makes sense. Remember, we started this from the daily, hourly, and 5 minutes. Everything I said on the daily, I showed you how it happens on the hourly. Same shit. Candles, open, close, impulse on all those time frames. They flag, they close below, there's fake outs. Okay, but look at the 5 minutes. Same exact thing. Look at, you had your candle bar physically close, red volume. The other one was an impulse, came red, 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 but came right back up. This one actually closed below. And then you have a bearish flag pattern. It was exactly what we had on yesterday's call. So if you kind of consolidate that, right? Look, red, green, red, green. First body, 10:45, new 15-minute candle, closed below. I can literally see that it closed below. All these other attempts, this one didn't close below, came right back up. This one broke, came back up. This one kind of broke, came back up. This one broke, came back up. This one physically closed. So, if you miss selling the high of the day, if you miss maybe taking a sell right here, that doesn't mean that you gotta, just start to jump to conclusion and get pissed off, and just relax. Look at how it consolidated perfectly. It's a head and shoulder pattern. Now when we look at it, this is the left shoulder right here. That's the head that broke out. There's your right shoulder, and then there's your nice drop. You could have maybe saw this pattern. Maybe that's enough for you to hit your daily goal. Where would I have traded this? As soon as I got the volume closed below, I wait for this candle to come back up, green, green, green. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it goes down. You got to take intuition how everything happens. Wherever you took a sell, where would you place stop loss? You could get away with a stop loss if you're real tight, 50% of that big bar that closed below. But most of the time you may get a move coming up and tap you out, then drop. Maybe you want to keep your stop loss. You can see the structure that's created. Maybe you want to keep your stop loss above that yellow line, the daily point of interest resistance. That's pretty safe. And where are you taking it? You could take it down to the hourly white line. Look at if it came all the way, took out this structure and low, and continue to drop for the low of the day. Okay, so that's how you could go about it. But now let's continue. Okay, I know this already happened, and that's not what you guys are here for. You're here for what will happen now. So let's take a look. So it dropped all the way down. Okay, it took out the previous low right there at 825. That was 5 minutes when COMEX market opened. So it took out COMEX low, came down, which created our low of the day right there. I can see exactly when it tapped it, 11:15 on our call, and we've been pushing up since then. So now we've got, I can see confirmed green candle at 11:30, close above our hourly support white line, and then I can see the last pullback came red, red, red right there. So if I'm drawing like a 5-minute green box, I use the white line as reference, and I see what's already happened. Okay, now we can see right what happened. It came down red, red, red and stopped right there. Okay, so now I'm giving myself a little box, a little zone below the hourly support if it comes back in there, and I stretch it now. Now is where I say let's stretch it into the future. So if gold comes back in here, it might bounce out of here. If it comes in here later today, 130, 230, go to the end of the day if you want. Go as far as you want. We've established something. Now let's see what will happen. Okay, is there some resistance above us? Yes, there is. Do we have? Can we look in the past? Do we see any structure on the 5 minutes? I can kind of see some structure right here. Okay, it's kind of difficult. Not the best trading in here, but I can see something in here. Right here, right here. Yeah, I can see something. Here was support. Okay, right there. Okay, then there was kind of that double bottom. Then it turned to support again, same box. Turn to support again, same box, bringing it, same box. Now that red bar closed below it. So then what I do is I flip it red, okay, and stretch it. Okay, then I can see impulse, back down, impulse, back down. And then over here, I would have flipped it green when I saw this candle close above. So then I go green. Continue bring it across, and then I can see now that that red bar at 11:20 closed physically below it. There's 50% of it, so I'm going to stretch the same box into the future, but the volume is right here, so I'm making it red. Okay, and bringing it as far into the future where the green box is. Now you see what they're doing, the 5-minute candles. We are now consolidating in this range from the supply and the demand, from the red box to the green box, kind of right here. If you want to trap this, let's trap it. Okay, consolidate it, neutral. And then I can see exactly, again, now let's back test. Let's see, that was just a quick drop. Let's see over here. Look at where most of the volume was trading in here. Came down, back up. Came down. This is the craziness. Okay, you got Colmex 820, 825. You got some red folder news, and then you can see the chaos. Okay, it came up. Look at that fake out too. Now I look at the fake outs. I can see green, 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 green. Look, it closed right near the high. They impulsively broke it out. Probably a lot of traders got excited, took that buy, and what do? They slam it back down. Then it comes right back again. There's the first candle that closed above. It filled to that hourly resistance. They pushed it right back down. It's continuing to build and then make its way all the way to the daily high. Then it came down with that head and shoulder. So look at the volume. It's trading again right in this area. So and look at the volume, how it kind of died off. Look at how small. Remember, we like big body candles, big thick ones. These are not. These are too skinny for us. So these candles have no money in them. We need the big body ones, the ones with the money. Okay, so now we can continue to wait it out. What are our possibilities? It could come down red, maybe down to here, go back up green. It could just, trade like this, like an accordion, up and down, until maybe we physically start to see something. Maybe the sellers can break it below here, close it red. We flip the green to red. Buyers are buying into it. They get rejected here, and then it sells back down to the low of the day, maybe a double bottom low of the day, maybe break and continue to drop. Maybe it's a higher low right there holding good support and then builds off of there. Okay, it could also start to break out of here bullish, come maybe up to that hourly white line like it did right there, like it did in the past right there. Okay, come up there, then it pulls back. Now we change the red box to green box, turns to support. Then we have enough second bottom volume, some more delta buying to take out this and maybe come through there. Okay. Otherwise, if it's just trading in here, you can trade this zone if you like. You can be a buyer or a seller. What I do if I'm going to trade in here, I measure. So I know from the top, from the bottom to the top, it's roughly 35 pips. Right now where it's trading, it's about 20 to 25. So if you're inside here trading, you know, like yesterday we took a trade and it went directly right into profit to 20 pips and I didn't take anything out, but this is where I would be pipping and dipping until I start to see something develop up here or start to see something develop down here. Okay. So is that good, guys? So this is how gold is kind of consolidating in here. I know I spent a long time on this chart, but I really want you guys to get the hang of this, because when I start going really, really fast in the top downs where I'm doing it like 3 minutes a chart or 5 minutes a chart, I want you guys to understand what I'm doing. Okay, so sometimes I just do the charts with just colors. I don't write all of this behind me, but I want to start fresh with you guys on YouTube. Make sure you guys understand this, so we don't leave anybody behind, and everybody understands this. Okay, so that's gold. In 1 minute, in actually 30 seconds, it's going to be 12 p.m. We're going to have a new hourly candle open, so we can kind of look again at the hourly candle. So remember our hourly analysis. Okay, the hourly volume is still trading in here. Lee, good top down, awesome. Okay, Lee, and share any information with us if you know anything what's going on with China. We appreciate it, man. Keep us informed. Let us know if you guys know something about, like, we got Shahab in Iran, so he can tell us exactly what's going on down there. Anyone else want to share some information if they live around the world in these areas? Make sure we're not getting misinformation. Let us know what's going on, because I know that the media loves to tell different stories about everything. Even sports, like you wouldn't believe it. Like, they lie about sports injuries all the time. Okay, so this is a new hourly candle. Again, did we get any information from the last hour of volume? What I got was the sellers took it all the way down to the low of the day. The buyers bid it right back up, and we closed right around here. Okay, so it was a strong reaction from the buyers. You know, it was really bearish, but they took over and they came back up and they closed it strong, but we're still kind of inside this box again. So might take a while to develop. It was a good answer, but we are coming back from a big red heavy candle that pushed the market down. So there's still a lot of resistance above us. Okay, so we'll watch 5 more minutes. Let's watch gold, and then we're going to go to crude oil. Then I'm going to put gold and crude oil side by side. We'll watch them for a little bit, and then we're going to add a third chart, which will be an index. Okay, either Nasdaq, US 30, S&P. I don't care. Okay, it doesn't matter to me. But I did get a message from Miss Jones. She did call me and she said, why are you not showing me any love? Why are you not showing me any attention? She got jealous because we were trading Nasdaq for Monday and Tuesday. So, you know, you gotta keep Miss Jones happy, because once she gets mad, she's gonna give you a call or a text and say, hey, what's going on over here? Are you cheating on me? And yes, she didn't like that. I mean, you're in Iran, nothing happened, all people are in calm position. Good, good. Inshallah, everything is all good around the world. Okay, I don't want anything to happen to anybody, anywhere where you are around the world. Tony, what's up? I know GJ started changing right before London and took off. It was what you showed in yesterday. Yeah, any securities, Tony, that you feel comfortable trading, you know, you don't got to do what we do. figure out your security that you guys enjoy. I guarantee these technicals will be the same with whatever you're doing. Like GJ has a high and low of the day. GJ has some hourly structure. GJ has some 5-minute structure. GJ has manipulation just like these other securities. Everything is good. All I can tell you guys, like if some advice, just wait for bodies to close. Okay, if you don't know to take the trade, or if it's an impulse and you're kind of guessing, I don't know, 50-50, like try not to trade with flipping a coin. Try to trade with maybe a little bit more probability, maybe 70%. From an impulse to a candle closing with volume, that's now you're giving yourself maybe a 75% chance at getting the correct direction, as opposed to just guessing when it's impulsively breaking. Because you guys can see right here, they can impulsively break down and go right back up, and you're in trouble. Okay, unless there's some intuition, like if you're feeling how the market is moving and you kind of know, okay, this is going to break, it's going to be an impulse and it's going to be a drop. You kind of got some you got some data coming from you. You've been watching the volume. You got some clues. That's different. Okay. But if you can just hold out and wait for a body to close, you'll probably have a better probability or a higher percentage of getting the correct move. So when I learned that, I'm like, okay, I'm patient. I can make time. Okay, that's what, like, if I have to stare at a chart for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or 4 hours to make profit, then that's what I got to do. Okay, it's as much as I love to just come in the markets and trade for 30 minutes and Wall Street market open, hopefully hit my daily goal with that volume and get out. I would love that. But that doesn't happen every single day. Okay, some days we're staring at consolidation for 3-4 hours to finally hit 30, 40, 50 pips. But you're going to have to learn how to do that, guys. Okay. Again, stop setting the bar so high. Don't think that you're going to hit your daily goal in 1 hour and you're done for the day. Okay, just let's work towards that daily goal. Whether it takes 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I would love if it took less than that, because I don't want to stare at charts all day. I want to get in and out, but sometimes it takes a while. Okay, so what's going on? As I'm speaking, gold, something is happening. Okay, so number one, we found one bottom right here at the low of the day. Okay, now it's coming right back up. We had a nice, okay, so this is noon, 12 p.m. We had a nice follow through with the buyers. Okay, push it all the way up here. Now you see how it kind of impulsively broke out, and we got some selling pressure. Okay, so what I like to look at is 50% of that big full body candle. Okay, this one is full from the open to the close. Approximately, where is half of it? Half of it is approximately right there. But I got a wick and a wick to my left, so maybe I connect that red line with those two wicks. I know now it's not physically 50%, but I'm looking at structure that already happened in the market right there. Wick and a wick. Now you see how it's coming back down? Red, 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 red. Let's see if we can maybe pick up some buyers right around here. Right here, where my cursor is. Can we get a wick right now? Let me blow it up so you guys can see this. Okay. So see, initially we got a wick. That's telling me that there is some buyers right there at that 2650.55. Okay, doesn't get any more psychological than that. 2650.50 cents, and there they are. Okay, so they got filled right now, but there's still 3 minutes to go on this candle. So that was an initial fill right there. They got filled exactly where we placed the red line, and they're coming right back up. But as they're coming back up, the sellers are pushing it back down. Okay, and now they're coming back down. Are more buyers going to step in now? Again, so you see how it's going back up? So this is the depth of market. There is some bidding going on in here, but there is still this heavy body, red body candle that's pushing it down. Okay, who is going to win this match? Who's going to win this tug of war? The red team or the green team? This is now halftime, okay, of the game. Halftime. First half is gone. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This is a 5-minute candle. Now it's halftime. The teams go in the locker room, they have their pep talk. The coach tells them, hey, what are you guys doing? You know, like the Dallas Cowboys, you guys are embarrassing us in national TV. Start getting your shit together, or else your fans are going to leave you. I'm sick and tired of the Dallas Cowboys for the past 20 years being a disappointment. Like, come on, they barely beat the Giants. This is gross. And look at, now the red team again came back down to this area. Are they there? The buyers still bidding it up. So you kind of gotta, watch the volume. Like I don't, even if I'm not in a trade, I'm still paying attention to everything. So you see now the sellers have pushed, have trapped. Remember how much buyers bought in there? Now they're kind of trapped. The sellers have absorbed them, and look at now how it's coming back down. Okay, so you see how the green candles came right up to the red supply. There was that initial fake out. This is where they get you. It closed right at the high, and then they popped it. But sometimes you got to just wait a few seconds, and then you see it started to come down red. Now it came down, they broke. Is it still the big green body volume of candle? It came down, still holding a little bit of support. Now coming right back up. Where will this close? We got less than 1 minute. Will it close exactly like right by this red line? And then next bar will open with green buyers asking to bring it up? Or are the sellers going to bring it back down? Okay, this is where we might start to see a flag or some consolidation right in this upper area, right by this red box. Okay. I know I said we're going to get to crude oil, but sometimes we got to explain a few things here. Oh, my 5 pence, you're up 50 pips now in gold. Amazing. Do some risk management now. My 5 pence, I don't know, at least go to a break even if you're up 50 pips. That's your business, but I would recommend, it's good risk management. If you give yourself a cushion of 50 pips, go to a break even. Worst case scenario is you're not losing any of your capital. So look at, guys, where we closed. Okay, so it closed right at the red line. Now, are the buyers going to come back in and push it right back up to this red box, or are the sellers going to take it down? Like you could look for a short position here, a quick scalp sell to come down, but you're going against the buyers who are bidding it up. Okay, look at the wicks, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. So you have to be very careful if you're trying to sell when it's building. It's building right at the breakout area here. So like when I said, there could be some consolidation. We could see a little bit of consolidation like right in here. Let's watch this flag now, how it plays out. Are we going to get maybe a 5-minute double top up here? This is the one top that came up. Neckline is maybe right around here. It might come back up. Maybe they reject it back down. Then we get confirmation red sells below, closes, come back up. Then we get the official push coming down, back down to the green box. Okay, or the buyers are going to continue to step in and bid this thing up and bring it and close it above here. Then these sellers that are selling, their stops are up here. They could probably get squeezed out of the market, and gold will continue to drive up here, targeting the 1 hour point of resistance up here. Yeah, Fernando, you're right. You can also take profit or trim some of the position. Perfect. Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. If you're up 50 pips, just have a plan every single day. When you go into a 50 pip trade, you're up, I don't know, this is me personally, what I'm saying. I go to a break even. Then I know my capital is secure. That's my main job as a trader, is securing my capital. If I put in $1,000 in the market today, my job is to secure that $1,000. Okay, it's not to lose that money. Okay, but shit happens, and sometimes we lose. But if I lose, I don't want to lose the entire $1,000. Maybe I'm risking $50 of that, and then if I lose that, then I gotta look at the charts again. I got to look at my trades. What was I doing? But if I start to make some money and I'm going up $50 or $100, then I want to protect my $1,000 capital. And then the next thing is, when you're in profit, are you going to start to scale out a little bit? Do you want to take maybe $30 out and leave $20 running or something like that, Okay, so the buyers, okay, they came in all the way right up to here, and sellers are redistributing it down. If you look on that hourly, okay, look at the hourly, your hourly candles. Same thing with the hourly. It opened green, 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 came up to this hourly resistance, and is pushing right back down. Okay, so if this comes down red and takes out this, we might get more push through. But it's kind of choppy trading. Like there's wicks here, a wick here, a wick here, and the volume is still just in this little consolidated zone. So this is kind of not the greatest to be trading. If you're a scalper, yeah, there's some nice moves to be made from here, coming back down. Maybe it will go back up. But again, you measure the move. I think we did that, and it was, what, 25, 30 pips? Oh, 40. Okay, so this is the bigger zone. But that's a drop. See how kind of the buyers had no momentum, and look at when everything changed. Okay, I talk about this all the time. Time and sales of transactions. This bullish candle kind of was hourly open, 12 p.m., came all the way up there, and then they started to bring it right back down. There was no follow through on this hour. So you're going to start to tend to see that some of the moves are created at critical points, hourly, 30-minute. Again, this big bullish candle printed at 11:30, a new 30-minute candle. It printed, it pulled right back, and respected it, and continued to move up. Okay. While gold is kind of consolidating in this box, you guys are more than welcome to trade this. I'm going to go to crude oil if you guys don't mind, so we don't spend the entire afternoon just looking at gold. But I'll let it continue to build in here. If you guys are trading in here, just be careful, okay? Do you guys mind if I go to crude oil? I want to do crude because everything that's going on right now, we could maybe start to see some good opportunities. Look at crude, okay? Selling. We had OPEC new. Look at that big leg come down. Okay, so what we got to do is some top-down analysis on crude. So I'm going to start off. Let's go monthly. I just want to show you guys monthly. Okay, I know it's a big time frame, but look at the monthly demand. Okay, so you see down here. Okay, look, I'm on monthly candles now, monthly, okay? So I'm going to show you how we can look at monthly structure, just like we did with gold with the daily, the hourly, the 5 minutes. Now I'm on monthly candles, okay? Do we see some type of obvious structure, okay? Train your eyes to just look for obvious structure. I can see obvious structure right there, okay? Is that not resistance? Okay, when it came down, came back up green, they brought it right back down. It came right back up green, they pushed it back down. Came back up green, they pushed it back down. Okay, so that's telling me that's a red box of resistance. Now, that same box, bring it into the future. Okay, now I can see the green, 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 green. There's that body right there, June 1st. Okay, so time and sales. The first day, trading day of June, was a big body candle that closed above. Okay, so you can see everything happens for a reason on a certain time and date 99.9% of the time. Okay, get used to this, get familiar with this. As soon as that body closed, get in the habit of flipping your zone green. Okay, and hopefully you stretched it across and you can see it red, 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 come back up, start that leg. Red, 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 right back in the green box, start that big leg. Don't stop with this zone. Bring it into the future. Look right here, this month, March came all the way down in the green box and back up. It came all the way back in here in May and back up. Don't stop with the box. Okay, look at last month. We traded right in it and it came up. Look at where we're now. This is the start of October. Okay, so now that we've established this, okay, and we've established it all the way from 2018. What year are we in right now? 2024. This was 6 years ago. Okay, 6 years ago, where this was resistance. It turned into support in 2021 during the pandemic and all of that bullshit over here. And then it retested it back in 2023. And so now we found it. Okay, we got the box. Let's not stop there. How far do you guys want to take it? Let's take it 2026. How about we go 2030? Let's go there. 2030, okay? Now that's well into the future, okay? Do we see any type of obvious structure above us of resistance where we can place a red box? Let's do this together. Okay. What about this area? Okay, right over here. This was green right there, okay? And then it turned red. There's an M top, okay? You want to learn all about M's? Monthly patterns have M's too. There's the neckline, came back up. There's the M. There's the drop, big drop, okay? So when you establish the neckline, you found the supporting level. Right there, the body went red below. Make it now red. Stretch it across. Okay, now I can see that big, look at the candle right there, guys, okay? 50% of this green bar closed above February of 2022. If you flipped it green, okay, you want to talk about if you want to be an investor or you want big time swing trading, why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing this? Everyone asks, Ron, can I be a swing trader? Can I be an investor? Can I go long term? Absolutely you can. Who's telling you not to? Make sure you're doing this. There was the first monthly candle that closed above. Switch your box. There was the pullback, back up. Look at the next 2 months later. Red, 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 right into the green box. Tweezer bottom low wick. Same shit that we talk about on the 5, 15 minute, hour daily candles and went right back up. Now, it came right back down, red, 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 closed with a body below. Did you, same box, go red? I know it's getting real repetitive, guys, but you see what I mean? How you can learn how to do this and you could set yourself for the rest of your life. Look at green, 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 rejected at the red box. Green, 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 rejected at the red box. Did any green volume close above here? The answer is no. It's not a trick question. We came down red, red, red to our green, came back up, green, green, green. Again, impulsively breakout, fake out those buyers at $95 and dropped it right back down. We came right back up, but stretch it across, go into 2030. Look at now how crude has been consolidating. Like if you want a massive consolidated area, I could even trim this down and consolidate even more tighter. But is the volume not consolidating crude oil in here? I would say so. Okay. Now, what could happen? Okay, we could continue to trade in the box here and you know, for the next few months, or we might start to see our first monthly candle break here, close red below. We flip this box from 2018 that we figured out and make it red, and then the buyers green, 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 they buy back up here, and now $63, $64 a barrel is now the supply. It's the resistance, and they push it down, and then we start trickling down. Holy shit, we take out this low right here, $45 a barrel. When was the last time we came here? 2019, January. Right there, what if it comes down to $35 a barrel? Look at the absolute bottom right there. $20 a barrel? Are you kidding me? When was the last time we hit this? 2020, pandemic. You guys remember when the first time since 1970 the futures went negative? Do you guys remember that opportunity of lifetime right there? Were any of you guys trading at this time? This is when Dave and I started SST. You know, we started it in like this is when we were trading with like friends and family, and then we got together in June 2020, I believe, and that's when we started YouTube. But this was an opportunity of lifetime. Negative, look at 10 cents, okay? I know on a brokerage it says 10 cents, but this was negative futures trading. You guys trade futures, CL. The first time since 1970, futures went negative. This was an opportunity of a lifetime. And what happened since then? right up there, $130 a barrel. This is when February of 2022, Russia and Ukraine started to develop, and that was where the demand was. Now, okay, we can continue in here, or wow, this would be something else. Okay, that could be some. If crude comes down to here, holy shit, implications that would have. What happens if we come back up here and close with the green bar, and then we're coming back up, $100 a barrel, maybe 115, maybe who knows up there, okay? But we're nowhere near the highs right now. We got to focus. We're near the lows, okay? But this is monthly, guys, okay? So I'm going to now, are you guys okay with that monthly analysis? Do you guys understand? If you just take a little time, that's why weekend homework is the best. On the weekends, you know, when you got some time for yourself, this is why I tell everyone, forget about Netflix. Who gives a shit about Netflix? Netflix will not, you know, make you money at the end of the day. If you watch all kinds of seasons, stupid episodes, and you're wasting all your time on there, you're not going to get anything back financially from that. Yeah, you're going to get a few laughs here and there. But if you spend some time looking at these higher time frames of some of these securities, that when there's everything developing in the world right now with gold, with crude oil, with oil and energy, with uranium, with nuclear power, like, does this not interest anybody here, or is it just kind of interesting to me? I don't know. Maybe I'm a different breed than most people, but this stuff is fascinating. Okay, but I don't want to stay on the monthly. That's too big of a time frame for us right now. What I would be doing, well, let me just tell you one more thing. If I was this type of trader, okay, you can see over here. See when it kind of broke out here, the double top M. Okay, it doesn't have to be huge pattern. You can see it's a few bars. Came up, back down. Came up, back down. There's your M right there. So there is a little resistance right here, right there, red. Make that red. So if you really want to consolidate your box, make it red, stretch it across, and you see now. Look at now where we're below, okay? Now I can see 73, 74 is the supply. Look at how tight it's trading in here now. Now look at how I've really consolidated the pricing of crude oil. Remember I had the big neutral box like this? Look at now, okay? So you want to swing position crude. Look at how many bottoms we got. One bottom here, another bottom. What happens if this is kind of let me show you. Okay, move, come down, move, come up, move, come down. What's the next move? Maybe it comes back up. Maybe you get some monthly green volume, break out of here, close above, retest this, and then we're flying back up to 83, 85, 88, maybe back up to here at $90 a barrel. Okay, that could happen in the next few weeks. If Israel starts taking out some oil infrastructure in Iran, like, you know, that will directly affect supply and demand of crude oil. So look at now, maybe it's at a phase of accumulation. Who's accumulating this? Probably not you and I, but maybe big institutions, big players are accumulating here and loading up, accumulating. Who knows maybe how many months they accumulate for. But again, remember, the volume is not going to stay in here forever. Remember, these are monthly candles. Maybe it goes 1 month, 2 months, you know, into 2025, but that's a new year. And remember the frog legs. If we start to see red, yeah, maybe we drop down a little further down into here. Or if we start to see a move close above there, we flip that red zone and we were driving frog legs to the upside, okay? But also there could be fake outs, okay? So you got to understand how these markets operate. What happens if there's a fake out down below? What happens if they do this? They come down here, impulsively shock the market, red to $58 a barrel, come down to those two tweezer bottom wicks, 50% of that monthly candle on February of 2021. I could see this playing out. They come down here, and then the buyers are waiting in there. They bring it right back up, and then the body closes right back in here. Then we pull back, and then it's gone, okay? And then I know that they came down, and they came for a specific reason. What? To grab all of those pending orders, big money. Then when they get that big money, it flies to the upside. Okay, so just like every time frame, what we do here, if you want to focus on the monthly candles, focus your attention on the monthly candles. Things are getting really, that's why I'm spending some time talking about crude oil right now. Otherwise I wouldn't be talking about this, but it is at a very interesting point here. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll leave these zones. I know they represent monthly, but what I'll do is we'll go back to the daily. We'll see now how the daily is trading. Look at the daily. These are the daily candles inside this monthly zone. Do we have a trend right now? Yes, there's a visual trend. You can see it is pushing down. Okay, that is a visual trend. I will keep the trend lines with the time frames and the color scheme. So I'm on daily, so this is a daily trend. So I'm going to change the color of this line and I'm going to make it yellow. Okay, make sense? I keep my trend line. So if I'm looking at an hourly trend line, it will be a white line. If I look maybe like at a 5-minute trend line, it's kind of like a red trend line. I keep the color scheme the same. Okay. So this, then when I know that volume is coming to the yellow trend line, I know it's approaching a daily trend. Okay, keep trading simple and make trading great again. Okay, we came down, back up, lower high, new lower low, came back up, lower high, new lower low, right into this demand, and they bounced it back up, lower high, we came down. So we are currently in a double bottom on the daily. Okay, if we just look at it here, one bottom, neckline, two bottom, coming back up. Okay, do you guys see some daily resistance that's very visual to you? You can see it with the naked eye, or do you need me to draw it for you? Guys, education is very powerful. Education is knowledge. I know we might be missing out on a trade on gold. I understand that. I know we might be missing out on a trade on crude oil. We will trade the rest of our lives together. But if you guys understand this, you guys can change your game right now. Right now. So I know traders come in here and they're like, Ron, gold is moving, this, that. I know that. I've been watching the markets for a long time. But I'm telling you why I spend time doing this, because I can tell you that this is more important than just gold breaking out for 10, 15, 20 pips right now. This can change your life. I'm telling you the honest to God truth. We've done it with our friends, our own friends and family, and they have no financial background. Nothing. If I tell you what they used to do and now they're traders, you wouldn't believe it. We've got some former barbers who owned barbershops in the COVID. They got locked down. My buddies called me and said, Ron, what are you doing? Are you a trader? What do you and Dave doing? Let's learn this. We taught barbers how to trade. Now they're running their barbershop and they're trading, but it got them through tough times. Anything like if it's not that complicated to learn this. Anybody know what do you got? I see resistance line at 71. Yeah, okay, pretty Emmanuel. Now if I look for zone, okay, remember, just let your eyes tell you what's going on. Okay, smoke weed if you guys have to. I'm not encouraging it, but for some people it does wonders. Okay, say, look over here. Okay, was this not some structure in the market? Only if weed is legal in your country. Okay, we do not do any illegal stuff here at SST. We are legit. Over here, Canada legalized marijuana in 2017. We traded those pot stocks from 2014 leading up to legalization. Some friends and family paid off their mortgages with those securities, but you couldn't be greedy. You had to know what you were doing at those time. Okay, so look at what I'm doing. I'm stretching this across. Okay, I'm looking back here. It came down red, back up. 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 Let's continue. Oh, something different happened here. Red, close below. You plant weed, Cash? My man. Yeah, we can plant up to 4 plants. My neighbors are like 12 feet high. um, oh, it's things you can do over here. It's crazy. Okay, look now. Okay, so first body close below. Green, 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 rejected back down. Green, 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 rejected back down. Let's not stop with the box. Bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. Look at now. We traded right into here and back down. Traded right into it and back down. Okay, so you notice the big red one above me is that big monthly one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what do I want to do here? I want to kind of, how far did I go over here? I went to 2030. Okay, so the big red box above us, kind of just want to bring it back a bit. Okay, right there. I want you to pay attention to the daily. Okay, I want you guys to pay attention to this. Okay, so you see this big massive one. Okay, it's right over here. But I want you to pay attention to this one. Okay, so let's stretch this across. Okay, now this is more immediate. Okay, so you see how we're kind of approaching that daily trend line. Daily volume's getting up there, but they're pushing it back down. Jermaine, will you continue this session format next week? Why do you not like this format the way I'm doing it? Or like, tell me the honest truth, because I can switch it up. If you guys want to go right back into the quick bang 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 trading, or do you guys like this type of analysis? For me, I don't care. I just feel that you can get more out of this, where I'm explaining things a little bit in depth. Maybe will help you out. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to just go boom right into it, we'll do that. But I just want to spend time on crude oil because this is at some historic levels, and everything that's happening around the world, there could be some really good opportunities in crude. Okay, and if you guys have never traded this security, don't just jump into it. Back test it, see how it moves on your particular time frame. It has its own volatility, all of that. I don't need to keep saying this to everybody. Just get familiar with this if you've never traded it. That doesn't give you the right to go all in and start trading, buy a prop firm 10 minutes after we finish this call and go full port and start trading it. No, it means that you take your time learning this thing. Open up a demo account if you've never traded crude oil before. Okay, and leave your ego at the door. If your neighbor says, "Oh, you're a baby, you're using a demo account," or "You're a chicken, you're using a demo," tell your neighbor, "Mind your own business. Don't worry about me." Okay. Just use a demo if you're not familiar with the security so you don't lose any of your hard-earned capital. When you get better at it, then yes, obviously you can deposit your own money or buy a prop firm. But treat the demo as if it's real money. You will get more out of it if you stay with the right mentality. I'm telling you guys. Okay, so look at now. We've had multiple attempts to break, which was support in the past. This big body candle that closed September the 3rd kind of drove us down. We came back up. They pushed us back down. Now we got some structure right here. We can start analyzing. Do we not see 50% of a big body thick candle right here? Open, close. This candle was yesterday. If I'm looking to place a yellow line directly right at half of it, okay, let's go yellow. Let's stick with the theme. Yellow represents daily. Okay, now, is there anything I can match it up with? Some structure to the left. So I can leave it exactly where I believe is 50% of it. And look at guys, okay? You see I'm not making this shit up. What is that yellow line? What is the price of that yellow line? Okay? And I'm telling you guys, I've lined up a few joints this morning, okay? And if I can do this where I'm smoked a few, I'm sure that you guys can do this, okay? What is that number, guys? Please tell me. Okay, the yellow line right here, this yellow line, $69.50. Is that not a psychological level? Okay, do we not talk about this for the last 4.5 years together on every single call? I have. Go back and watch all of the videos. Someone said, "Ron, have you been doing this since?" Go to the start of YouTube. Watch the first ghetto YouTube session Dave and I ever did. It's hilarious. We got to put these on bloopers. Like, I think it only got 80 views. Like, nobody watches our old videos, but we're doing the same thing today we did over there. And I can tell you, I've been doing this for years before I even knew you guys. Okay. It's a good system to learn. It's very simplistic. I'm not using any fancy institutional trading words. I'm not trying to show off with different wording to confuse you. I'm just trying to keep everything basic. Okay, very simple. That's the way I learn. I learn simple and basic, but everything starts adding up. This is 69.50, 50% exactly of that bullish volume. Now I get conviction, I get confirmation. So where I place this line, that is a good area. So again, yellow line, what does it mean? Let's do this again. Yellow, daily, point of interest. It's an interesting area that I want to monitor. And is the volume above us right now or below us? What is it? I'm just going to write this down. Is this correct? If I write support, is that correct? You guys correct me if I'm wrong. Okay? If I write daily point of interest support, is this correct or is this incorrect? Yes or no? Chat, please, while I drink some coffee. Yes or no? Let's go. Let's go. Who's that? Who's the nerd in the front of the class that can just blurt out the answer? Come on. I love nerds. I know that you're fully engaged. Yes, iPhone. I don't know who you are. It says iPhone, but I know you're engaged. Okay, so if we come down, red, 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 will our oil buyers be here at this point of interest to hold up? If they're not here, then where would they be? They might be at structure in the market, down over here at $68.02. Okay, I'm off by a little bit. Okay, so my next yellow line. Look at structure now. I want to be close to this big body bullish candle, but then I come a little lower where things have already happened. That's why candles are beautiful, because they tell you already what's happened in the past. Now it's kind of like connecting the dots. Did you ever do that when you were a kid, where there was numbers and you had to follow the numbers? You know, you go 1, 2, 3. I don't know. When we were young kids, and my kids used to do that. What is it called? Where you're following the numbers, putting it together, connect the dots. There you go. Connect the dots. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm connecting the dots. I could have placed it below this big bullish candle at $68.30, but you see how it's kind of not connecting any dots in the past? If I bring it down right there, okay, whoops, if I bring it down right to these two bodies, I'll show you exactly what I'm looking at. See this body? Now I got connecting the dots, connecting the candles, okay? Now I get more touches. The more touches I have, the more confirmation I have of this level. So I have a bearish daily candle closing right here. I got the daily candle opening right here. I have a daily candle that came up green, 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 kind of come up to that yellow line and push right back down. And I have a red candle that closed below there, but when it came back up for the retest, the buyers closed it above, and that yellow line is still representing now 50% of that daily bullish candle. Okay, and then what I do to confirm, after I connect the dots, I confirm the price tag, $68.02. So I'm off by 2 pennies from $68, a nice psychological area. So that also strengthens my decision to place this line right here. Now let's just write what this line is. Okay, so again, we're on the yellow theme. This is a daily. Daily, point of interest, point of control, whatever you guys want to call it. You guys call it anything what you want, whatever you prefer. Okay, is this resistance or this is support? This is obviously support because we have another yellow line above us, which is support. So this could be support 1, S1. This could be support 2 below us, S2. And if S1 cannot hold, I hope S2 can hold. If S2 can't hold, then we're trading into the monthly demand area that's been accumulating since 2018. I can also mark right there with a yellow line that when it dipped in there, the last dip in our monthly demand was right there at $65.29. It doesn't really give me that nice cycle. If it was 65 and a quarter, that 4 pennies, that difference, that would really strengthen. But I'm still okay with that. But now again, if we do dip in there, I write again in here that this is a daily. Guys, I apologize for not going to gold and doing this, but I believe that when you guys know how to do this, you can do this on your own on any chart, and we'll help here get you better and better at this. Okay, but practice makes perfect. The more we do this on a daily basis, you're going to get better and better and better, and you're going to be doing this on your own, and hopefully you get financially free. Daily point of interest, support. Absolutely it is. But this could be now S3, support 3, the deep in it. This is now called a depth of market, okay? So right now, this is more of an active point of interest. We're not too far away from it. This one now is resting in the market here, and this one is resting over here. This is representing the depth of market. The bigger buyers are probably down here at S3. There is probably a block of order right here at S2, and then now there's probably, if you're looking at the depth of market crude oil, right around here at 69.50, you can start to see some development on your depth of market. Okay, so we're all good now. What about upside? Okay, do we have any? If we start to break out, do we have any upside structure? I can guarantee you we can find something up there. But right now, I can see the last 2 days it came up there, and they rejected it. Okay, so we are now in a daily consolidated area right here of crude oil. Okay, on the daily, this is where it is consolidating right now. It came green, red, green, red. We came back up green through here, and then the volume is again trading. This to me looks like an inverted head and shoulder approaching a trendline reversal break. Let me repeat that again. This looks like a inverted head and shoulder approaching a trendline break to break from bearish to bullish. Let me show you with an arrow. This is left shoulder. This is the head that came down here, picked up the liquidity, came back up, and now the volume is trading now, which was left shoulder. This area is right shoulder. So inverted head and shoulder has a high probability of reversing a trend from bearish to bullish. Not always, but has a high probability. With confirmation. Okay, so what happens if we do accumulate and we break? We're approaching the trend line, we're approaching the resistance level, we're approaching the $72 block of supply. They break through it, okay, impulsively breaking through. Maybe we close up there. We can change the color of this red box to green. Maybe it pulls back, and then we go through again. What could happen? Maybe it comes down. The buyers are accumulating, depth of market swaps, and then we're coming right back, and then we're trading into that bigger monthly supply up here, and maybe break out to the upside. With everything that's going on around the world, we'll create some demand, higher pricing for crude oil because supply is probably going down. If you have war and you're targeting oil infrastructure around the world, what do you think is going to happen? Okay, just simple supply and demand economics 101. Okay, so if we allow that to play out, that's a possibility, okay? But what if the market has other intentions and fakes out the market? They've been known to do that. So maybe that's what we think. That's our bias. And what they're doing is they're coming up here, one top, they're coming back down, and they've really said, there's the fuck you candle up there, coming right back down. What happens now if it comes and then they're really bringing it down and to come in here? What business do they have coming in here? Now, when I say what business do they have, you know, the institutions, the big players, the guys with the money. What business do they have coming in here? Someone tell me. What's in here? what is in here? There's a little bit of money in here. There's pending buyers who have been pending. Let me repeat this. There's pending buyers that have been waiting in here since 2018 to get filled with pending orders. Okay, when you place a pending order, you do not have to cancel your pending order. Like you can keep it in there. You're not losing anything, you're not winning anything. It's a pending order. Okay, you can sit there as much as you want. So there's been pending orders waiting to get filled here since back in 2018. Maybe the market knows that. Maybe the market knows it wants to break it through here, but they see a lot of money in here. So knowing them and how shady they are, they need to come in here, grab all of this, give them that powerful delta volume to break through this monthly, yearly supply. The only way you can break through this is with money. You're not going to break a 6-year supply when you don't have enough volume. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm really taking this to the higher time frames with you guys. We're not scalping 1 minute or 5 minute talk. We're talking now yearly, we're talking monthly. This is real talk, you know what I mean? When there's opportunities, that are created in the markets, they are there for the people who are prepared for this to happen, okay? Maybe you missed out in the COVID run. That's okay. History repeats and we'll come back. Okay, do you guys understand? Okay, there's different biases. What could happen? Logically, common sense tells us we could break out right now. But what about coming down here? The manipulation that as well is in the markets too. Okay, so let's continue moving forward. Now let's follow yesterday's volume. Okay, it opened, it was red, okay, came down here, we still got higher low, good support, nothing really broke, 66.50 held perfectly. We came all the way right back up. We were right up here yesterday, okay, and then a little bit of selling pressure, we closed. We already marked up our daily candle. Now it opened again today with the tension that was going on. It was green, right in here again. We're still below our trend line in the supply, and they pushed it right back down. So let's follow now our daily crude oil candle, and let's make some sense of this. Okay, so we opened, we came up, green. That's our high of the day. Let's mark it with a purple line. I used to do this for all types of all securities, guys. You would be fascinated when you do a nice thorough analysis of what is out there in the markets. Always opportunity. Okay, so when things go on discount price, don't panic. It's opportunities. We tell you guys this all the time. If Costco is selling a television, 75-inch LED, it's regular $2,000, and now it's on sale this weekend for $1,000. Half of us on this call, we're all running over each other to get in Costco to buy this TV. Why? Because it's half price, and it's a TV. Who gives a shit? But what about when certain securities, like trillion-dollar securities, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, Tesla, what happens when they go on sale? Like right when they take a hit, 10%, 20%, 30%. Why are we not mentally saying, why are we not buying these securities at a 20, 30% haircut? We're buying it on discount. Why do we do it psychologically when it's a TV or materialistic bullshit? But when it's real securities that control all of the money in the world, when they go on sale, we're scared to go and buy them. Why? Why? Well, why? Why are we like this as humans? This is something, if anyone's a psychologist on the call, look into this. Please. Why do we as humans think like that? I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out myself. If you are a psychologist and you went to school for this, study this shit. I'm telling you, you can do really good in school and you can make some money on the side. Okay, what was I doing here? This purple line is the high of the day. Sorry, and Ron is at the high of the day as well. I'm peaking right now too. So we got the purple high of the day, and Ron is at the high of the day as well. Okay, but Ron operates better when he's at the high of the day. Okay, markets sometimes fake you out at the high of the day. I don't fake you out at my high of the day. I get better at the high of the day. And when my kids are at school, then Ronnie plays at home. Okay, so high of the day, tweezer top highs, roughly right around here. Okay, you know, putting all that stuff we learned about technicals, you know, still representing 50% of this big bearish bar over here, market pushing down. Okay, so when it came up there today, we had the sellers absorb all of these buyers and push it down. So this, remember, this was a big green candle today. It's red, 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 red. This is a important area. So I would have a yellow line right here. Why? Because this is an opening price of an auction. This is where the day got started. I didn't pick this area for it to close yesterday, and I didn't pick this area for the market to open today. The market makers chose this area. I'm assuming they did it for a specific reason, so I follow their lead and I do the same shit they do. If they closed it here yesterday and they opened it here exactly today with no gaps in the market, this is what I do. A line, and I make it yellow, okay? And then I look at the price, $70.69. Okay, so it's not that $70.75 I would have liked, but I'll take it, okay? Now I need to write something here. It's daily, yellow color. This represents, whoops. Sorry guys, I'm not too, I hate technology, guys. I hate computers. I used to do this with a pen and paper. Okay, writing these lines down with pen and paper, drawing candlesticks. If I can find some of my shit that I used to do back in the day when I was younger, I think it's all at my parents' house, but I'll go there one day and I'll dig up some do-a-tangs I have in some folders, and I'll show you guys what I used to do back in the day. You guys will be like, wow, what was this guy doing? Okay, so number one, yellow line. It represents daily. Right? Point of interest. It is a point of interest. Yesterday it closed here, today it opened. Are we not interested in this area? I'm interested in this area. Absolutely I am. Now, is the volume right now above or below this area? I'm just going to guess right now. I'm just going to write something and you guys tell me if this is right. Okay? Okay, I put support. Is this correct? This yellow line right here, how I wrote daily POI support, is this correct? Yes or no? Yes or no? Who wants to answer this? Come on, guys. Let's make this call interactive. This is interactive education. Bruce, yes. Gwendolyn, no. Okay, I see a yes. I see a no. Anyone else? I'll give someone else an opportunity. Anybody? Is it me just on this call? Anybody else here? Bruce, supply? Okay, but the line here, is it support or resistance? No, the question was, is it support or resistance? This is not support right now. Why? Because the volume is right here. Look at the volume as I'm talking is at $69.99, 1 penny off of 70 bucks. It's below $70.69. So Ron made a mistake here. I was just testing you guys. Okay? So he's like that. That's interactive education. So if you got that wrong, this is how we fix it. Now, do you understand now? If you got that wrong, this is not support because for this line to be support, I need green volume to be above the line. Then if it's pulling back, we'll make support. Right now we are below it. So if it comes back up green, green, green to the yellow line, this will act as resistance. Okay? So I'm going to change this. I tried to trick you guys there. That's Ronnie being sneaky. Okay. Resistance. There we go. I caught some of you guys. Okay. But now let's learn from it. Okay. We all learn. We move on. Okay. Oh, Yanto, I like that. A nerd plus weed, nothing can stop him. Yeah. Yeah, it got me through university, I'll tell you that. I focus better and I learn better. I retain more information. It's kind of like medicine for me, you know. Some people take other type of pills and things like that. I don't. I don't take any pills. I smoke weed. It's a natural. It grows. It's organic. You know, it's not nothing, no chemicals and shit like that. It's, I don't know. My brain absorbs it and likes it. And I didn't just start like yesterday. I've been doing smoking since I was a young kid. Okay. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. We're here to learn about what's going on here. So we've got now a shooting star candle coming down. Okay. It was bullish. We came down. So I've marked this point of control. So now I got kind of a grid. I got a yellow line here, yellow line here, yellow line here. We could trade inside here. We are in a consolidated area. Now let's move away from the daily. Oh, no. Let's not move away from the daily. Let's continue. We don't have a low of the day yet. Okay. So we marked the high of the day. We marked this close and open. Now we're coming down red, red, red. I see a wick right there. There's our wick. So let's mark our low wick. Okay, I knew something was wrong when I didn't see two purple lines on my chart. Whoa, I don't want that red horizontal line. Okay, so we want purple, right? Purple. That's the low of the day. There's no debate about that, okay? That's the low of the day. There's the low wick. Okay, $69.91, 10 cents below, broke 70 psychological, and the buyers were bidding it right back up. Okay, so let's write now that this is the purple low of the day, and then let's continue cooking here. We're going to move forward. This is the low of the day. Not the low OG, this is the low of the day. Okay, so see, our chart's looking pretty respectable. It's looking pretty clean. In my bias, this is a clean chart for me. Normally my charts are chaotic. Like I got lines when I'm scalping 1 minute, 5 minute candles, but this is pretty clean right now. Okay, so let me just get rid of this consolidated box. Okay, to show you. Look at nice clean chart. Okay, let's move over to 1H now. Okay, 1 hour. Wow. Okay, a lot of development just in the last 2 hours. Okay, let's follow this thing. These are now hourly candles. Okay, so we're off monthly, we're off daily, now we're in hours. Okay, so we had this move come down, kind of bottomed out here. Big bullish move. Tuesday, October 1st, 9 a.m. New month. Wall Street just opened up over the weekend, Tuesday. Some tension happening in the Middle East, and crude just pumped. Okay, it came all the way up here. We pulled back, moving back up. Okay, now you have a double top in supply. Okay, very visual. It came up, back down, came up, and there's the impulse break and drop. Okay. If you miss the big red drop, the world is not over. What you got to do is you got to look at 50%, assume maybe a pullback at 50% and drop, but also look at the ignited low. There's no wick on that hourly candle. This one came up green, and then they dropped it right there. You could have taken a sell and got all of that nice big red volume if you did. You could also break down the hourly candle when it broke right there to a 30 minute, a 15 minute, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, whatever type of trader you are, maybe saw more detailed of when it started to break down. But let's look at the levels now. So it broke down, high of the day. There's our yellow daily trend line, still staying below it. They pushed it down. We are now below our daily point of interest resistance. We are now trading at our purple low of the day, and then there's our next daily point of interest support. Okay, so what I do with the same thing, what I do with the daily, what I do with monthly, what I do with whatever it is, I look for structure on this time frame. Okay, so let's look for some physical structure that is maybe sticking out to us. Okay, so number one, what I look at is 50% of this big red candle, big body candle. Ephraim likes the thick body candles. Here it opened, here it closed. 50% right around there. Okay, so does it even sorry to but I'm just playing. But you see right there, okay? So white line. Let's go white for hourly. Okay, white hourly. Open, close. 50% is roughly right there. Okay, now let's go look to the left. Okay, don't be, when they say you're kind of nosy if you're looking, it's okay. Traders are nosy. We can look to the left. Don't be scared to look to the left. The left will tell us a lot of information over here. So I can see now 50% of that big red candle that just printed at 11 a.m. when we started our call. What time is it? 1 p.m. We now have an ignited green open at this level, $70.30. We had an hourly close here. We had a retest that pushed down there. I've got 50% of the volume in that green candle, and I also have this candle that came up and got rejected right there and closed. Okay, so now I get multiple touches. I'm happy with this line. I'm content with it. I can see that the last hour came up and touched there and pushed right back down. So if I really, really, really want to trap this hourly volume, look how tight and consolidated it is here. White line to the purple low of the day. Look at our hourly volume. Okay. And then look in the past. Be nosy. Go to the past and see how your box plays out. Look at there. Okay. Look at the spin top. Take out the low, come back, consolidate, and then we started this leg that moved up. Okay, so I can see that some volume traded in here and then they broke it up. Now again, similar, it's trading in here. Are they going to take this out of here, push it up, close it above here, retest this? We could easily take out the daily point of interest resistance and then we could start to drive back up in here. Okay, frog leg to the upside. Or they're going to keep it real tight in here and they're going to continue to maybe just trade it inside here for the next little bit. Or this is going to be a bearish flag. It's already coming down with two heavy bars. Maybe we're just, dead cat bounce, consolidating, and then they're going to continue to drop this and they're going to target this $69.50. Do we see a red hourly candle close below here? I see an impulse wick. I don't see any red bars closing below there yet. Maybe what they're going to do is they're going to take it up, push it right back down, bring it red below here, close it, retest this, start to drop. Okay, and then coming all the way down to there. It might not come all the way from the yellow to the yellow tape. Look at the traffic. This is what we call traffic, like clean traffic. Sometimes there's this messy traffic, like a traffic jam over here. But look at this big green candle. It just exploded right through here from the yellow to the yellow. Look at that explosion. So one thing that I do is it might not come from and just fill all the way down to the bottom from the yellow to yellow. That would be fantastic if it did and you're in a sell. But let's just cut this in half. From the yellow line to the yellow line, get your tool, cut it in half right there. I'm cutting it in half right there. Look at the number. $68.75. Ron is very happy. Cutting the yellow and yellow tape, cut it in half, make a new line, white for hourly. It lines up properly with a nice psychological number. I'm happy with that. And now let me just get some more touches to the left. I see a body close there, a body open there. I can see how, look at here on this play where it came right back up to this area and they dropped it right back down. I can continue. Wow, look at there. Look at back in the past where they kind of faked it out there at the white line and bring it right back up. The fake out of the white line and bring it right back up. So now shit starts adding up. It starts making sense to me. So maybe this is where I don't get too greedy. If I want the yellow to yellow trade, yeah, sometimes we want that, but it might just come down right down to there because the buyers might be holding this big volume base bar and find some support there. And then maybe it bounces off of here and comes back up. If it bounces, maybe it's a lower high and breaks and continues. Then we drop down there. But you cannot rule out that it can be a stop here and the buyers are waiting there. Okay. So do you guys understand what I just did there? I know I'm throwing so much at you guys today, and you guys are probably maybe confused. But and then you see how much, like how I'm taking my sweet ass time today. I can do this in like 2-3 minutes on a chart. We'll do it one final chart. You guys pick the chart when we're done this, and I'll show you how I'll go through without writing with just lines and show you boom, 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 how I can do everything that I just did here in a couple minutes. I'll show you guys. You guys can randomly pick any chart. I don't care what it is, okay? And we'll test our theory, okay? So let's write here. Let's not just leave naked white lines. What do these white lines represent? This represents white, 1H meaning hourly, point of interest, okay? This is an hourly point of interest and it's support, okay? Will the buyers be there if it comes down there? Only time will tell. Maybe it doesn't even come down here, okay? But if it does, I want to be fully prepared, you know, preparation. If you're prepared properly, you will achieve success. If you're not prepared, then you're guessing. Oh, when it comes down here, what am I doing? I don't know. What level is this? Do I buy? Do I sell? No. When you've got a proper grid system, you're good to go. There's no guessing. We left this white line. We didn't write anything. This is hourly resistance. The volume is below. If it comes back up green, 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 just like here. This was green, green, green. And look, our hourly resistance, they rejected it back down. So let's continue with this theme. This is 1H. Hourly. I was going to trick you guys and do another test, but I know you guys got this. I know you guys are good on this, okay? I was going to write here, this is hourly support, and I was going to try and trick you guys again, but you guys got this now, okay? So it's resistance. Now we're consolidating in here. Do we want to trade just on the hourly candles? If you want, continue to wait. See what happens up here. See what happens down here. Look for clues. Like, I'm not always saying that volume is going to close above here or it's going to close below. Look for clues. There could be fake outs. You guys know just as much as me, there's manipulation. What happens if this happens? Okay, it comes up impulsively, green, green, green. Remember, this is an hour candle, 60 minutes. What happens in the first 20 minutes? It's coming green, and then the next 20 minutes, you see it get rejected, and then it closes down here. Okay? And then comes back, then there's the dump. And then you know that they came up here, there was no follow through, there was no close on their part. They came up here to take all the pending orders and drop it. There's your head and shoulder pattern. There's your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, and your drop. They grabbed all of the, what's up there? There's some money up here. Okay, they get the money and then they reverse the market. They get what they need. Okay, the market needs volume in order to move up and down. If it doesn't have enough volume, it will move sideways. Let me repeat that. The markets or securities, okay, individual securities you're trading, need volume. If it does not have volume, then it's just going to continue to accumulate and trade sideways. When it has enough volume, then it will go in the direction it wants to go, okay? So make sure you guys understand that principle when it comes to trading, okay? If there's, right now I see that they're not satisfied. They need more and more volume. That's why it's still accumulating. Oil may break to the upside, but if they do, look at what they're fighting against. They're fighting against two powerful hourly candles. These two hourly candles, just look how much damage they did. They took out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, basically 20 hours of trading of this bullish move was taken out in 2 hours, okay? Almost one complete day of bullish volume was taken out by 2 hours this morning. Okay, so that tells you how much supply is above us. So for buyers to come up here, that's why sometimes there are pullbacks where like the market is coming down, the buyers come back up, but it's got all of this resistance, all that supply that it might not come all the way up there. It might just come kind of halfway, and then the sellers keep pushing it down. That's what creates those lower highs. And then you get a new lower low in the market. It's an uphill battle for the buyers of crude to continue to move up here. They can, but they've got to start closing it with some conviction above at least an hourly resistance, let alone the daily point of interest. Can they not? Can they just close it above 70 and 30 cents? It's not too much of an ask to close it right above here and build off of this and then maybe come back up. But, you know, it's got to go step by step. Okay, so let's go to the 5 minutes now. Okay, where are my scalpers at? This is where we have fun scalping. Okay, look at now. Okay, when you understand levels, like it gets pretty clear when you see it came up one time. There's the neckline, came back up. You got a big rejection. There's your M. Okay, now we got something. First red bar closed below the structure on the 5 minutes right there at 10:35. Okay, so you got it closed below. It came back up green, green, green to retest, and then bearish engulfing coming right back down. So this was an opportunity to look for a sell. There's your bear flag pattern that happened below the neckline. There's your M, there's your break. Anywhere you sold in here, place your stop loss above structure, and you would have got that nice sell coming right back down. But it all started to happen when you look at the structure. Look, not just this big double top, but there was also like a mini double top within a double top. I know I'm saying a lot at you guys, but you see here, there's kind of a mini double top right there. That's a double top, okay, right there. But then there's a bigger picture one that this entire area is one top. There's your neckline. There's your bigger picture double top, and then there is the drop. Okay, now look at how the 5 minute candles are trading. This is disgusting. How can anyone even think of trading this garbage? Okay, look at it. You know when you got to look for good volume to trade? Is this good volume to trade? No, this is absolutely horrible. Okay, look at how it's trading right now. We had the big drop, so I know that it's accumulating right now. And look at the skinny candles. Remember, Efren and I, we like big body, full body candles, okay? Not these skinny little candles. We like those big full ones, okay? So these are not full. These are candles that are starving right now. They need to eat some volume, okay? But we can watch what they're doing, okay? So number one, do we see some 5 minute resistance? I do, okay? Right there. See there? Let's draw a red box right here. Bring it across. Okay. See, the 5 minutes are coming in here, going back down. Coming in here, going back down. Okay. Have we closed with anything above here? No. What are we targeting? 1H hourly resistance. So the hourly resistance is still holding strong. And what do we have? Do we have any green box support below us? Yeah, maybe right around here. Okay. If I really, really want to trap this. Okay, we got some green box 5 minute support, and we are now consolidating right inside here. Okay, so let's now see, we are at the low of the day. They took out the low of the day right there at noon, came down and had that leg come back up. We came back down, came back up. Nothing happened up there. They brought it right back down. We got these hungry candles that are looking for volume, and it's coming right back down. Okay, so can we build off of this? One leg down. This entire area, one neckline. We're coming back down. Now we're coming back up. Can we physically maybe break out of here? We did right there. Impulse breakout green. They rejected it back down. Another impulse breakout right there, and they rejected it back down. So can we maybe get our first green candle that just doesn't impulsively break out of here, but physically impulsively breaks out and closes with green volume up here? Then if it does, maybe we flip this big red box, we make it green. Okay, if we get our first bar that closes above there, then the sellers are there. They might push it back down, but then we're looking to push back down into support here, that the depth of market on this lower time frame will switch, and then maybe we can make our way up to there. Okay, so if I get a bar that closes above there, the zone I'm not changing. The zone is already established. I'm just changing the color of it. And will it turn to support and shoot back up? Okay, so I know, you guys know that crude oil is not just going to trade inside this all day tomorrow and next week. We know we're smart. We know that it can just continue trading inside here. If you do enjoy this area to scalp, what I would do is measure it so you know from the bottom to the top what you're looking at. It's roughly 20 to 25 pips. Okay. It might not be enough but this is, unless you're accumulating a small position, you're going in with a very, very small position. Maybe your bias is it will break out bullish, so you're accumulating with the market down here, or your bias is it's going to continue going down bearish and you're accumulating some sells with the market. But I would accumulate very small positions until we start to see some conviction of actually some volume closing below or some volume closing above, or some clues of fake outs. But that's one possibility, or we're going to look to continue to take out. We've already taken out low of the day, maybe some more, but with some red volume closing, coming back up, flip that green box red. Now you got red resistance, red supply at the low of the day, and we might be coming down to the next yellow line, 69.50 daily point of interest support. That's about a 40-50 pip move, because I can just do simple math. $70 come down to 69.50, it's 50 pips, 40, 45, 50. Upside move, if we can continue to accumulate and get out of here. I mean, we're going from 70 and 25 cents up to 70, another 50-cent move above us. Okay, so you can literally know exactly what to expect. Okay, so does that help with crude oil? Right now, I wouldn't be like, if I was right now, I'm on the 5 minutes. If I'm looking to trade this is where I get turned off. I don't like this type of volume to trade. Nothing is trending right now on crude on the fives. It's just accumulating. There's a lot of wicks, a lot of fake outs, no volume. I would stay away from this. Okay, so let's now see what's going on with, let's put these two side by side. Look at gold now, okay? So remember, I haven't touched gold. I'm coming back to it now. Let's see how it's respected our levels, what is going on. So when did we leave off of gold? Well, it was when this leg came down. This is when it was, right at noon. So we saw it come down, and big bullish candle come right back up, and nothing broke out. Look at it. Like, this is where you got to start to really focus in on the candles and learn. Look, it closed 99% at the high. Common sense tells us there should have been a little bit of momentum to push green and maybe just kiss that wick right there. There was nothing. So it opened ignited red and they pushed it right back down. That's a clue. That they're coming back down. Okay, and then it came right back up. Look, it came into 50% of that big green candle. And the buyers were there. They pushed it right back up. But it closed with a hanging man red head. So there's red volume. Next candle, again, open green, right up to the red box. And 50% of that now printed red volume candle. And sellers pushed it all the way right back down, where it started getting some wicks. It came back up again, but not enough volume. Look, this was a big green candle, traded right into our red box, and they pushed it right back down, and then allows the sellers push it all the way right back down in the green box, and now it's printing a green candle. Okay, so this is where it could possibly continue to maybe accumulate and build out of here and come back up there, or the sellers now are pushing it down. I can see lower highs, and we're getting to this critical supporting area where if the sellers got enough negative delta volume, they've absorbed enough, maybe they're looking for the redistribution to close it below there, retest this, change that green to red, and then gold drops a little further down into here. Okay, but right now, this is kind of more for scalpers, just doing some scalping from the top to the bottom, or from the bottom to the top. You're just scalping from the green box to the red box, catching some pips in between. Will it always just start from the green and go up to the red? No, because look at the 5 minutes. I can see that the 5 minutes are making structure, like in the market. Right over here where you had a lot of bodies and wicks, right there. See, right there. And it's still red right there. So I can see that the 5 minutes are even lowering some resistance So it might come up green, 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 and get up to 26.40, 26.50. Holy shit. Look at the top. Oh my goodness. Look at the top of that red box. 26.50 and a penny. Okay, guys, I'm like, honestly, you know, if I'm telling you I'm playing games, I'm not playing games. Okay, look at, all I did was just look at some structure right there, brought it across, saw how it traded in there, seen there, and then the top of that box is, it doesn't get any more psychological than that, 26.50. So if the buyers are bringing it back up, they got to battle this red box before they can come back up here. So that's telling me that they're lowering the offers at those psychological areas. Then maybe that might be where it closes below there and then gets that bigger drop. Look at how just oil bounced, ignited, coming right back up. Maybe it's building now to break out. Let's watch this. Okay. Do you guys want these charts in Zoom? Would you guys like these? And then maybe you can do some review on them. Where did Ron get all these lines from? Here, I'll give it to you guys. Here's gold. Mike, here you go, brother. There's gold. Okay, in Zoom, there's a trading view link. Let me just give you crude. Okay, does everything make sense? What we went over? I think we've done thoroughly a thorough analysis of gold and crude. One more, Bruce, coming your way. Right there, boss. So you guys should see 2 trading view links. Thank you, Mike. I hope honestly, guys, you guys are learning something. You know, because I know for a fact when you guys learn this, you can do this on your own. Like I know that. I've seen it with the members in our group. Okay, so it's not like I'm just making this up. We've seen it with the members who have learned this, and they're doing very well with their trading. Okay, some are still working on fixing some things. Some have really good technicals, but they're working on emotions. They're working on discipline. They're working on psychology. Those things. That's fine. That takes time to fix. You're not going to get that overnight. But technicals are a very important part of trading as well. So if we can improve on technicals, we can learn a little bit more about fundamentals when we get into stock and options. Then you can start along the way cleaning up your risk management, cleaning up your psychology, your mindset. Stop over leveraging, stop over trading, stop revenge trading, stop getting pissed off when something doesn't happen. If something doesn't happen, like, I know for a fact that the markets are not guaranteed. Every single day I come in the markets, I'm not saying to myself, I'm going to hit my daily goal every single day and I'm coming in like I'm cocky. I come in and I do my top-down analysis. I look at my levels. I look at how the volume is trading. I ask myself, is the market trending? Can I trade with the trend? Is it trading sideways? Do I want to kind of just be a little bit more patient and avoid what's going on? Now look at oil. Oil's trying to make a move now, okay? So nothing really broke down here. Now they're coming up. But let's not just look for a green body candle just to break out of here and come back down, because it's happened. I can count now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times right now. But what we need is, okay, in order to start something, you do need an impulse candle breaking out of here. You have to. These were impulse breaks, but follow through. Remember what we were talking about when Steph Curry or Michael Jordan's on the free throw line? Look at me, guys, on the camera. Look at my follow through. Look at that. Look at that wrist. Like, if I'm on the free throw line with that follow through, I'm hitting swish after swish after swish. Just boom. Like, real good follow through. There's no follow through on candles closing with volume above here. We used to talk about the rejections. You know, if you guys are old school 90s basketball, NBA, you guys used to watch it. We used to say, remember Dikembe Mutombo with his finger? He would wave his finger and say no. You know when he used to reject a lot of guys in basketball and he would wave his finger and say no, 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 Dikembe Mutombo? So that's what we used to use, that analogy. This is Dikembe Mutombo. He's rejecting the market and he's waving his finger. And the reason why I bring up Dikembe, he's a legend. Rest in peace to him. He just recently passed away. I grew up watching him. Like I got just 90s basketball is completely different than what I'm watching today. So no, 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 no. You got it. Yeah, yeah. So anytime you guys see this type of rejection, think of Dikembe Mutombo saying no, 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 and he's waving his finger, and then you know that's Dikembe up there. He's telling us that be patient, guys. Dikembe is rejecting it, but if we get a green bar closing above here, then we might be able to fill Dikembe's no, 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 his fingers, his rejections, and then we'll take it and then make a new high and come up to here, okay? So I know I use stupid analogies, but Dikembe Mutombo, he was awesome. And gold, okay, so gold has a nice big bullish bounce out of this green box, okay? And look at where it's coming up to. It's coming up to 2650. Let's watch in the next 2 minutes what type of reaction we get here, because I just did this box right now to show you. This is a big bullish 5-minute candle. Same with that one that printed on oil right here. So it's an ignited bar created in our demand zone. Okay, the sellers sold all the way down in here. Big answer from the buyers, but look when it's coming up, it's coming up, it's coming up. Did it touch in here? Almost, and then they're getting it rejected right now. It's coming right back down. 90 seconds to go. Remember, we'll judge a candle when it closes, where it closes, how it closes, how much volume is left in the body. Is it going to be a fake out? Is it going to come up strong? Is there any follow through? That was a big, powerful candle when it opened. But remember, this is 5 minutes, not a 1-minute candle. So we got to get more information when it closes. Right now, it's an inverted hammer candle. Excuse me. Look at oil, traded right into our red box again and coming right back down. You see how it's not, this is not good trading, guys. You know, if I love being with you guys, but if this was me by myself and I was alone here, I would have seen this and walked away from the charts. Look at how that came up, pushed back down. Look how nicely that came up and they're pushing it right back down. It's just like playing ping pong in here. There's nothing really materializing. And as you get more and more experience in trading, you're going to start to look at this volume and say, I don't want to trade this shit. This is going to get me faked out. I can already tell what this is a recipe for disaster. We're going to trade this. We're going to make some mistakes. We're going to get pissed off. We're going to start revenge trading. Then we're going to get caught on these fake outs, and then we're going to have a horrible day in the markets when we didn't even need to be trading this garbage, and where volume might be a lot better tomorrow, or later on. Right now it's 1:30. Maybe things will pick up 2:30, 3 p.m. power hour going into close. You might see some better setups. Maybe all of this volume that's been accumulating for the past little bit will eventually redistribute later on. So don't force any trades. Look at that. That was a big, beautiful bullish candle that came all the way and then they pushed it right back down. So you see how this area is kind of still holding. Did it touch my red box? Exactly. No, it didn't. But that's a lower high. The wick still tells me. Can now the buyers bring it right back up? If they do, they have a big job to do. They got to fill that wick and then come back into that supply. So they're filling it right now. Will the sellers push them right back down? They are. So not the greatest to be trading this type of volume. Okay, I said before I go, one chart I'm going to do faster, top down. What chart do you guys want? Anything. Give me anything. What do you guys want? We can do something different we've never done. Oh, Patrick, Noor, Naz. Again. Sang Dao. Noor, do you know that Miss Jones has been messaging me lately? And she said, why are you not charting me? You've been spending time with Miss Naz, and she's getting kind of jealous. So I don't want to let Miss Jones down because she is my go-to. So I'm going to do a quick one on US 30 today, okay? Just for Miss Jones, because I don't want headaches from her. I get enough messages from her, and she is saying, please chart me, please, because she's getting jealous. It's been Monday and Tuesday of NASDAQ, so Miss Jones wants some attention. So I think, guys, we give US 30 Dow a little bit of attention. If you guys are watching gold, okay, I know some of you guys are watching gold. Something might happen when we go to the next chart, but see how it came right back up? So it came right back up. So the buyers are responding. Okay, they got a good answer. They're coming right back up. Now they traded right into 2650, initial rejection. A lot of time left on this candle, 3 minutes. Can they close it above 2650? Are they going to push it right back down? This is the next level to get up to this level. So, and then with this body, where it closes, start to identify where 50% of it is. I can already look at where 50% of it is there. From the opening price to where it is, 50% is right there. You know, I can start to do this even before the body closes. Okay. Now we got 2.5 more minutes. Okay, so I could stay here and talk all day about gold. I could talk about oil, but I want to show you now. Okay, I think we spent over 1 hour on each of these securities with a thorough top-down analysis. We did our grid. We wrote down here nice things, but now I'm going to do a fast one, like maybe 5 minutes maximum of the same stuff we just did, but I'm going to go faster. I'm not going to be writing down. I'm just going to use the color system. I'm going to go from daily, hourly, 5 minutes and bring it into a 5 minute and look at it just like we did with oil and gold. I want to show you guys how when you get a little bit more comfortable, you should know exactly what you're looking at. Okay. So if you guys want, let's take a look at how we can do this a little bit faster so that we're not spending hours and hours and hours a day just doing a top-down analysis. Okay. Okay. So before we go there, gold came up, bullish, 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 right into 2650, a little bit peeked its head up there, and then they got rejected coming back down. Okay, look for that follow through on that candle. Will the buyers bring it back up and close it above there and build off of this, and then you can flip this green, or will it get rejected and come down? Okay. Okay, so let's move to Miss Jones. Sorry guys, I apologize. I know you guys want NASDAQ, but we got to keep Miss Jones happy because she pays the bills in my house. So we got to keep her happy. Okay. So this is on the 5 minutes. Okay, switch focus now. Now we're looking at Dow Jones. Okay, if you're looking in the futures, YM, whatever you're looking at, okay, this is different security. It's not tech related. NASDAQ is more tech. This is more industrials and other things, okay, what it's comprised of. But it moves. It's got candlesticks just like any other chart. So let's take a look. I don't want to just jump in on the 5 minutes. I want to go quickly to the daily, see what's going on. I can see, okay, it's trending up, made a higher highs, higher lows, new higher high, new higher low, new higher high, all-time high up there. Now, just some quick levels on the daily, some obvious levels right there. Okay, so that was resistance right there. Bring it to that wick, bring it through there, bring it through there, make it green now with bodies above. Okay, every time I say I'm going to go fast, I always start to explain things slow. Okay, so that's there in the market. Are we coming down here? I don't know. Do we have something cooking up here? Yeah, we did. All-time high, 42,636. Let's look at our all-time high wick, bring it down to these natural bodies right now, and bring it across. Now I've got two big major zones on my charts. Okay. And do I have anything else? Absolutely I do. Now I look at the daily candles. Look at where they're creating support right here. So this is where I can look at 50% of this big bar, September 19. Okay, same shit I do, different security, same shit. Same shit, different security. Okay, right there, right there. Okay, are we green? Yes. Have we came into here? Yeah, back up. Have we came in here? Red? Yep. Big answer, green? Yep. Let's go. Bring this into the future. Bring it all the way over here. Are we breaking below this? Not yet. What do we have so far? Now we got some garbage inside consolidation. Okay, started Friday. Friday we tagged, big bullish day, came down right here. Monday came all the way down, back up. No follow through, common sense follow through, nothing. So we came all the way back down, came up, closed with this red hanging man. And look at today's candle, this indecision skinny bar candle. Miss Jones needs to eat. She's getting too skinny over here. We need to feed her some volume. Okay, so let's continue to move. Point of interest areas. An interesting area is where we closed yesterday, and I can see that they gapped it up today. Okay, but I want to stick with maybe a closing price. I can go where they gapped it up, but I want to stick with maybe closing of yesterday. Okay, there is gaps in the markets, there is gaps in certain securities, there is gaps in certain brokers. You're going to get used to that. Okay, so what I see is they gapped it up. So coming in here, we opened, they gapped it up. It was green. It was green, 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 right up there. That, look at the number, guys. Oh shit. Is it 42,275? Okay, yeah, in around. Missed it by 1 point, but you get my drift. Okay, 275. Psychological numbers. That's how markets move. Came up there. What's above me? I got a lower high, lower high, lower high, wicks, wicks, wicks. Okay, so do I see any green volume closing above here? No. So they're pushing it down. So they pushed it down. It came back down to right over here where kind of this point of control. If I lift this yellow line, I could go exactly where it opened today, but I want to keep it consistent with maybe October 1st, because October 1st is the start of the month, so I want to stay higher time frame there. And it came back down here. It pushed red, 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 red. That made our low of the day. Okay, mark the low of the day. Purple. You see how I'm not going in settings and I'm writing anything because it's the color system. Okay, I know my colors, what they represent, so I don't have to sit there and write what they mean. I know what they mean. Okay, I do this for you. So it came down low of the day. Is the low of the day? It looks higher low there Tuesday, higher low there on Monday. We had good support in this big green box. We're still above 50% of this big green candle, and the market, the buyers came right back in, and here they are. So now what I look at is if I'm going to trade, I see it's a shitty daily candle, but there still could be some move. So I look at the red body volume. This is the fatter candle right here yesterday. Open, close. Where's half of it? Half of it is right there. 42,203. Let's take it to a psychological number, 42,200 right there. Is that not 50% of that red bar candle? It's a daily point of interest. Let's go yellow. We might come back up green, 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 right up to 200, and that might be the resistance, and they push us back down. If we start to go above 200, maybe we can fill the rest of the wick. That's daily. I can see today's daily candle is shitty. It's an inside bar, nothing great going on. Let's see in the hour when we started to do some things on US 30 today. Okay, is there a trend? Obviously on the hour, we can see there's a trend coming down from here to there to there. So there is this trend pushing down. I'm on 1H right now, so I don't want to use a yellow trend line. I want to keep it consistent with my colors. I'm going to use, oops, what happened here? I'm going to keep it consistent with white for hourly, okay? So we are trending down. Okay, so we had this consolidation. There was a bar that closed above. Okay, so using these levels now I can see this garbage consolidation right here at 8 a.m. The candle closed above. 9 Wall Street was crazy. It opened red, red, red. Came back up, green, 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 close with volume. We pushed. I can see when they hit the high of the day was 11 a.m. Look at the answer at noon. A big bearish engulfing hourly candle open, come down red, red, red. Did it test 50% of the hourly volume and catch a wick and go back up? No, came back down. Did anything happen at this point of interest on these hourlies? Did the buyer step in there? No. Did this big red candle, look, it took out 3 hours, and also Wall Street's volume down there. So now we're coming back up. We got a big fat green, red candle. Locate 50% if you can of that, and then maybe keep it consistent with a body and a body. Make it white. I know there's a shit ton of colors on my chart now. And they're very, very close together. That's because of how shitty today's daily candle is. It's a spin top. That's what creates all this confusion here. But you see here now, I can see that my yellow and my white, now I got a fair value gap. You see all of that red volume in there? That's pending in the market. That's maybe sells that will get triggered if it comes back up there and they push it right back down. So what I do is, when I see that, I draw my red supply box. Bring it into the future, and I look what's going on. Okay, so I see one leg came up, The leg is coming back down. Will it come back up? And what will happen in here? Will it come in here and then the sellers push it right back down and then close it below there, and then there's the nice drop back down to there? Okay, so few things can happen. What happens if the buyers push it and close it above here? Then I flip that box green. And we could be breaking that hourly trend and hitting that high of the day and driving a little further. Okay, so let's just continue watching hourly. Okay, so the hourly is kind of consolidating down here. This is where it's consolidating, hourly consolidated area right here. Okay, how will that look on 5 minutes when we go into the fives? Probably not that great, but there could be some opportunity to maybe scalp. Okay, so this is now our charts. I got my purple low of the day. I have a daily point of interest support because the volume is above. I have a yellow point of interest up here, resistance because it's above the volume, and then I got my high of the day purple line. So you can see how I did it without having any, I didn't write anything. I know that this white line coming down, that's my hourly trend line. So if the 5 minute candles come through here, that's my hourly trend, might push down. This is what's going on right now. This is the hourly consolidated area. The fives are consolidating in here. I can remove this consolidated box, and this is what I got going on. So but number one, this is really shitty volume. So what I would do is trap this entire garbage, okay? And what could happen? Follow the volume right now. We got a big bullish candle coming up, closing strong. 50% of it, how many of you guys marked it up? Half. That was the last pullback. Okay, so the last pullback on this live candle just came red, red, red into 50% of this bullish candle, and let's see if it can come back up. But is it going to do anything up here? I don't want to just come up and then go back down. Okay. Are the buyers going to do something? Can they break it through here, close it above? We pull back here, make this green. We have enough volume, enough momentum now. They've accumulated enough to take out this hourly hourly trend line, and then maybe we hit the high of the day and maybe higher. Okay. Maybe it just pulls back into, okay, this is, you see, we're trending down. So this big leg that's coming down might pull back up, and then this is where the supply is, a lower high, and then they drop it and take it back down there, close it below this structure right here. There's our red candle close, come back up green, they reject it, and we're coming back down to the low of the day. Okay, but again, this is not good volume. I hate to say this about Dow Jones because I love trading it, but this is not the best volume to trade right now, unless you understand that maybe you're scalping red candles to come down here, you're pip and dip, you're disciplined enough to take out your money, and then if you're buying, you're coming right back up to the red box, you're disciplined enough to have a plan up there, take out money, go to break even, scale out, whatever it is, because it could just come in the red box and drop right back down until we get some confirmation of volume closing above there. If you want, measure the entire zone so you know from the top to the bottom. With US 30, it trades a little different. Okay, it's about 50, 55 pips up there. Okay, that's enough to get a good couple trades, but this is not the best volume. Okay, you can see this is all very choppy stuff. We got to wait for like a cleaner trading. Yeah, Dow's been pretty choppy as of late, especially this. When you see these candles with a lot of wicks, you got to be careful. Okay, so I know I talked a lot about when I just did that. That took about maybe 5 minutes. I didn't need to talk. I didn't need to explain anything. I could have just did it with the lines and just did my thing, and you guys just followed, and I could have done it a lot faster, but I like to explain things. But you see how I didn't need to take 1 hour to do that analysis. I got all of my levels that I need, and you can do things faster if you like. Okay. Okay, so that's US 30. I'll give you guys the US 30 chart in just a second. You guys can have it as well. And then maybe compare it with the other charts. This one I didn't write anything in the settings, so but did it make sense, guys? Did you guys understand that one? How I did it without writing anything? Now I know. Purple is my high and low of the day. Yellow lines are point of interest. If the volume is above, it's support. If the volume is below, it's resistance. White lines are hourly. If the volume is above, it's hourly support. If the volume is below, it's hourly resistance. I could do the same shit with the 5 minutes. Like you see this 5 minute line, this red one right here. Zoom, there is the chart I just posted in there. But you see this line, okay? This just represented 50% of this big bullish fat candle, half of it, and then it came red, 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 right into 50%, and came back up, closed as a pin bar, and we're driving right through here. So this red line, this is a 5 minute red line. The volume is above. If it ever comes back down in here, this may be support again and go back up. If it closes below here, the red line stays. The red line doesn't change, but this is going to be resistance now because the buyers will drive into it. They get rejected. There's Dikembe Mutombo waving his finger. No, no, no. And then the market goes down. Okay? So once you figure out some key point of interest on any time frame you're trading, they are static lines. They're static. They'll stay there all day. The line, this red line will not move unless I remove it myself. That red line will always be there. It will always be a static line and represent 50% of this candle. But the only thing is, if the volume is coming down, it's support. If the volume is coming up, it's resistance. That's it. Once you learn these concepts, you're good to go. A1 everything, good study today. My man, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. I hope everything is all good. I hope you're learning, getting amazing at everything. Yeah, guys, Franco, I think it's chop market right now waiting for NFP. I know it's early. It's Wednesday afternoon. We still got Thursday and then Friday morning. But yeah, you got to understand the markets might be, slowly, like think about it. They're accumulating money. We're talking about billions and trillions of dollars accumulating every single day. And they're waiting to redistribute all of this volume as soon as the non-farm payroll numbers come out on Friday morning. So the market is in an accumulation phase. It has to. Like sometimes you got to understand the market cycles. It's not always just trending and trending and trending and trending. The market needs to cool off. It needs to catch its breath. It needs to continue. Like me and you, Franco. If me and you go outside and me and you start running a marathon, Franco, I don't know about you, but me, I'm probably going to pass out. Okay, I might run a couple 100 yards and that's it. Ron's had enough. And I'm going to start huffing and puffing. I'm going to start having cramps. You're probably going to, Franco, you're going to probably have to carry me the rest of the marathon. But, I got to catch my breath. And then maybe after I catch my breath, I rest and my joints are okay, then maybe I can continue running again. So the markets are the same type of analogy. Sometimes they got to, like right here, see how they were coming down, okay, and then they catch their breath here, and then they continue coming down, they catch their breath here, and then now we're seeing a little bit of a reversal, okay? So look for those points where the market is catching its breath, and then see how maybe it can come out of here. These are beautiful. If you guys took a buy on US 30 here, I didn't, but if you did, wow, those are big body candles. Like when we like big body candles, that's a fantastic. This is why I go to Miss Jones. Look at that candle. That's a 45 pip candle. If you just understood the 50% pullback and maybe you kind of bought in here, that's it. That's 50 pips right now. You could have pipped and dipped with minimal to zero drawdown. Now the volume bar closed above. Go through the motions. Flip your red box. Go to green. Any pullbacks now could be coming into support. Where's 50% of this big fat candle? Take your red line, this one if you want, if you don't want to have too many red lines, and mark 50% of that big fat green candle. If we pull back red, 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 we're coming in our green box and 50% of that volume. And maybe the buyers are there pending to load up again and take it up to take out that hourly trend line. Keep trading simple. Crypto man, you took the buy. Congrats, bro. That's all it takes, guys. It just takes patience. It just takes patience, not trading all this garbage. And you see where this kind of developed on the 5 minutes? It developed at our yellow line. Remember what the yellow line is. That's our daily point of interest support line. So did anything close red below that yellow line? No, they tried. They pushed it down. But that big bullish engulfing candle kind of engulfed 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes of accumulation. That big body kind of swallowed all of those candles. The pullback was a 50% pullback. I think I'm sick and tired of telling you guys this on a daily basis. And it pulled back right into 50% and made a new high, closed with a bullish pin bar, open, small pullback, and driving. And maybe going to consolidate right in here, guys. Congrats, guys. Yeah, okay. Everyone, we're going into 2 p.m. right now in the next few minutes. Everyone on YouTube, thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys. If you guys can hit the like button today, if you guys learned something from today, today was a lot of hardcore education. We didn't really look for any trades today, but I know that tomorrow is another trading day. We can look for trades, but I believe if you guys kind of learn this stuff, you guys are going to join us on another call, and then you'll see when I'm doing it faster, and then you guys understand what I'm doing. So we don't have to do this like this every day. We can start to introduce some new concepts. Would you guys be down if we did like a live webinar in New York, or do you guys prefer the live webinars in Tokyo? Because I can pick out one day, maybe in New York, post New York, if we do it. If not, we keep it consistent with the Asian sessions, because I know you guys study in the Tokyo sessions. But maybe I might mix it up, Sang. Maybe I might have like a live webinar with you guys, and we'll learn together lots, okay? Because I got a lot of new webinars coming out, and I need some days to start doing them with you guys, okay? But what else we got? Everyone, there's a free Telegram channel pinned at the top of YouTube. If you want, please guys join us. You can see everything we're doing here at SST. I'm not the only one here. We've got a whole bunch of people here that do everything. But lots going on, guys. I highly recommend that you guys join our free daily blog by clicking this link right here. There's a ton of good free information here. I'll show you what our daily blog is, what it consists of. Over here, if you go to our website, stocksnipertrading.com, go to more and click on blog. And you can see that there's a lot of goodies over here. Introduction to candlestick basics. Patterns, okay? Did we not talk a little bit about candlesticks during our call today? Get to know these things. Get to know the importance of technicals and fundamentals and balance. What are static levels? I believe I said static 10 times today. Let's know what that is. Click on this blog and read it. Did I not talk about break and retest maybe 50 times today? Let's learn what that is. Hawkish and dovish. This is federal funds rate when Powell's speaking. Learn the language, what these people are speaking. What does dovish mean? What does hawkish mean? Learn the language, what these people are talking, okay? Point of control area, very important. Learn what these are. Just lots of stuff in here, guys, okay? And we upload every day, every other day. There's some new blog in here, okay? And if you guys are looking for more and more education, because we're going to do more and more and more, there's a ton of education. I can't reiterate how much education we have on here. I think it's honestly like too much, and it's overwhelming. Like all of these webinars are 2.5, 3 hours. Some are 3.5 hours. Like each one of these, think about it. And there's a ton of them. Any question you have, psychology of a break-even trade. Why am I still struggling as a trader? You know, if you're still struggling, this is a good webinar for you to watch. When in doubt, zoom out. When you don't know what's going on, zoom out to the bigger picture and look at overall higher time frame structure. It will start to make your understanding a little bit better. Learn what are dead cat bounces, bear traps. I talk about this a million times. What is an ignited candlestick, the firecracker? I learned this very young when I was a kid playing with black cat firecrackers. They were illegal here in Canada. I used to go with my cousin to Detroit, cross the border. Yeah, it was illegal at that time, but I was a kid, and buy these firecrackers. And I learned quickly when I would light them, the ones with the long wicks, I could hold them longer in my hand before they would blow up, or I could throw them at my cousin. And then I learned the ones with the short wicks, as soon as you light it, it will blow up in your hand. So that's where I use this analogy when I was growing up as a kid, how candlesticks work. A candlestick is like a firecracker. It has those long wicks, the exhaustion, or it's got a short wick, and that's the pop the fill, pop, and move. You know, like we talk about this on a daily basis. So use these silly analogies if you need to help you out in the markets. Don't marry a position, guys. How many of you guys have married a position and you keep stacking? You know it's going against all biases, but you're ignorant and you keep loading up, and then you get pissed off at the end of the day. But you didn't have to marry a trade. If something doesn't work out in your favor, cut it, get rid of it, you know, and then look for another trade. You cause yourself so much issues when you marry a position and you fail to close the trade because of ego, because you don't want to take a loss. It's better to take a loss and move on than to just marry a loss and keep adding and going further and further into drawdown, getting pissed off, revenge trading, and then a disaster happens. You could have avoided that situation altogether if you have the proper mindset. What is tape reading? Tape to tape reading. That's the colors, what we do. Yellow to yellow, purple, all of that. Okay, guys, I can go on and on about all of these. I have a new program coming out, SST, Super Systems Theory of Trading. Lots of stuff coming out, okay? This is just what we have right now. If you're a beginner level, start off with the first 10. As you get a little bit more, this is like introduction. So just our first 10 webinars, basics of Forex, introduction to candlestick characteristics, timeframes, bullish family, bearish family, difference between, some of you guys are using a demo. That's perfect if you guys are learning. Some of you guys are doing prop firms. Some of you guys are using your own money. There's different psychology with any one of these different accounts. Make sure you understand it. Some of you guys are using TradingView, quick little intro to it. Trading plans and routines. Don't start trading until you know that you have a trading plan, you got a routine, what it takes to be a trader, all the sacrifice, dedication, long hours, sleepless nights, all that shit. Okay, make sure you know this before we come into our next webinars, 11 to 30. Then you're starting to learn more technical stuff. Support, resistance, uptrend, supply areas, continuation chart patterns, triangles, reversals. We talked about that, inverse, head and shoulders. If you want to throw some indicators on your chart, learn about these things, how to complement your price action. Don't just rely on indicators alone to trade. It's not enough. They provide false signals and can get you in trouble. If you have it confluencing with your analysis, and everything is, then you're more confident to take the trade. How to place a stop loss. There's a method how to place a stop loss properly and a gambling style. You guys decide what's important to you. Do you want to stick with the gambling, or do you want to learn how to really trade these markets properly? A lot in here. Okay, guys. And I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. I don't want to be a financial advisor. I don't need that shit anymore. I just want to be an independent trader on the streets with sharing just some knowledge that I have in an educating and entertainment way for you guys. But any financial advice, I highly recommend you go to your local bank and you speak with a financial advisor in a suit and tie, and you ask them financial questions. They are there. They're licensed to help you out with investments. You can use a little education from what we say and go to your financial advisor at the bank and ask them a little bit more questions. I guarantee you they have no idea what price action is or scalping. So, but we'll teach you that from the streets. Okay, not from Wall Street, but the real streets. So with that being said, everyone, I appreciate all of you guys. Have a fantastic day today. Enjoy the wow. Hey, guys. Okay, remember the big fat green candle, 50% red line. Did it not just pull back into that red line, tap and go? Hey, that's it. I'm not saying anything else. Okay, that's it. I'm done for the day. That's a wrap. Price action does not lie. Price action is the truth. Price action is king. No other style of trading is any better than price action. Very simplistic, mic drop. There you go, saying, I'm out of here. Look for those big, fat, big body candles. Thick is in. Stay away from these skinny candles. Go for the thick candles, guys. Thick is back. Okay? Have a good day, everyone. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow. Good day.
Hey guys, good morning, welcome to the live session of Stocks Never Trading. My name is Dave, guys, my partner is Ron. Let's get down to business here, guys.
In on US 30, sell. Okay, I'm jumping in. Guys, that's a 100 pip drop. Yes, we caught it. Hey, guys, 200 pips, please secure.